Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the Manchester City show. Mandem United podcast beats the Mandem City podcast, where we talk both Manchester clubs. It is the first crossover of the week as well. Veta will be here shortly. A lot to discuss. Manchester United can't stay out the news. As always, Youssouf Fofana links. So Youssouf Fofana linked to Manchester United. You have the Rios links to Manchester United. You still have the Agate links to Manchester United. Mazawari links to Manchester United. Delit links to Manchester United. There's probably some stuff I'm forgetting as well. As for Manchester City, Pep Guardiola came out and said Kevin De Bruyne is not leaving. Kevin De Bruyne is not leaving Manchester City and is not for sale. Reports had linked him with a move to Saudi Arabia as well as Ederson as well. So we'll be discussing that. I did see them get linked to Eze as well. Last thing we need is Eze turning up at Manchester City. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Manchester City related, please, people. Make sure you run up the likes. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, make sure you run up the likes. Yo, my hair's split like Hey Arnold. That is crazy. But yeah, for those that watch Hey Arnold, great cartoon. But hit the like button on the video. Make sure you share this across all the socials as well. At Sarcasm City TV. That's me flawless. At Sarcasm City TV. That's me flawless. That's me flawless. At Sarcasm City TV on Twitter and, well, X, Twitter, wherever you want to call it. Please retweet and like on there. Share from the Instagram. And just as important, make sure you subscribe to the channel, Sarcasm City TV. And we have people, as a city, we've reached 12K. We have reached 12,000 subscribers on the channel. So I got to big up all of you lot who support, man, tirelessly. Salute to everybody who supports, man, for real, man. All the mods, all the members, all the regulars, anyone who's new, anyone who watches back after the live, whether you are listening on the audio platform, salute to everybody, whether you're in the chat while the live stream's on, whether you have it on in the background, whatever, whether you're occasionally in the chat, however you support, much appreciated. So yes, we have reached 12,000 subscribers, people. So again, big up to all of you lot, man. We've reached 12K, man. We've reached 12K. Let's go. Reach 12K. So again, you lot made this possible. So big up, appreciated, much appreciated. Big up nephew in the chat. He's actually been a member of the channel for 7 months. About time he actually supports the family. But he says 7 months I've known this dickhead 12K, 20K soon. Love, appreciated. Big up Warrior J says 12K, bravo. Big up for all your support. Shout out to Mike's latest edition on Shameless FC on Carefree Lewis's channel. Shout out to Mike's. Make sure you go subscribe to him as well. You'll see him on Carefree Lewis's channel often. I'm going to get him over here at some point soon as well. Says congrats on 12K. Yes, we have reached the 12K mark, Warrior J. We have reached 12K. Big up Stephanie G as well. Big up to you. I hope Peter G is good. Says huge congratulations, Flawless, and 12K subscribers. Very well deserved, buddy. Thank you. Much appreciated. Well, don't worry, Warrior J. Veta will be here. I'm going to start this, though. I'll start this for when he gets here as well. But you lot get your questions in. Is it on Youssouf Fofana? Is it on Delit? Is it Mazawari? I've not even mentioned the outgoings. Wan-Bissaka linked with moves away. Maguire, Lindelof, I think Bruno. Who else? Anthony, the Sancho links. All United are open to offers for all of these players, it seems, which I am over the move. Yeah, man, ain't no way, bro. Did just say about time I support. I'm just running jokes. It was funny. I'm not gonna lie, nephew. That was funny. I ain't gonna lie. That was it. It just hit. Like sometimes, the ball like says shoot, and that's what that was, man. The layoff was too beautiful. You have to stick that bottom bins, 110%. But yes, with Youssouf Fofana, again, anyone who's watched me for any length of time has heard me say so much about Manchester United's lack of athleticism in the team, in particular in midfield. So Youssouf Fofana would be a great addition because he adds that physicality. But then when I talked to people, Rance had mentioned it earlier, others had mentioned it about how technically he was also sound as well. So Youssouf Fofana, don't know too much about, but I'm just at the point where the quality is so low. If I hear good things from whether it's fellow content creators, people in the chat, hey, bring him in. And they're saying it's a decent price as well. And it goes to show Manchester United are actually trying to understand that these areas need improvement and doing their best to address it as well. But people gonna bring in the Manchester City half of this podcast. Actually, I was thinking about this just before the show as well. Like, is this my favorite crossover? Yes, it is. Out of all the Man United podcasts I do, because I do Man United podcast, Man City. I do Man United Ballers at the Bridge talking that Tottenham talk. Man United Gonna talk from the Arsenal. Man United analysis at Anfield. I'm like, is this my favorite crossover? And you know what it is? When I think about it, you got Surfer and Jez, dickheads, TJ, Tony, absolute frauds, Ryan, the less said the better, and Stro, the less said the better. So this is easily my favorite, my favorite crossover without doubt, man. Someone who has a very, 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 very similar thought process to me. Got welcome man like Vader in the court. Yes, Vader, what are you saying, man? You good?
Man, I'm good. You know what? Am I lagging because I just had a software update, but hopefully everything cleans up.
Yeah, you're good.
That's high praise, man. That's high praise. Shout out to Surfer and all the other men that you work with. And I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best to continue to represent. But it's another week, man. We got a show to pop off with, and like always, Wallace. Those of you that happen to be listening on Spotify, get over to YouTube. You need to see these facial reactions that are happening on this show right now. But, much respect for having me on. And is it wrong as a Manchester City fan that I'm actually happy for you right now? Like, you know what? There's the rivalry.
No, it's not wrong. It's just at the point where City have been so good and we've been so bad that you can be happy for us knowing we still pose no threat to you. That's why you're happy.
No. Okay. You know what? I like how you spun that. I like how you spun that.
It's not a spun that. That's right. You know what it's kind of like? It's kind of like, I don't know. It's kind of like your little brother you're in your career and your little brother gets his first job. You know what I'm saying? And he gets his first check. He's on minimum wage, but it's his first check. And he's super gassed about it. You're happy for him. But he's nowhere near where you're at in your career. That's what we're like. And I know you very well. That's why you're happy. Because if you've seen us as a legitimate threat, you will talk about us as you talk about Real Madrid. Or they can't get this player. They can't get quality. We're adding quality in your eyes. Yeah. And because we are so far behind, you're like, oh, yeah, I'm happy for them. Because we pose no threat to you lot. Maybe in a one-off game, yes, a FA Cup, a League Cup.
Yeah, that's.
But when it comes to the league, no. Say again.
That's still bunning me, by the way, the fact that we lost that FA Cup.
Yeah. Can we do that in a one-off game? Absolutely. Like, we've beat you in one-off games. But when it comes to the major trophies, why you like Pep so much, why you are such a fan of your players and you've got legends who have disappeared, we're no threat to you in that aspect. That's why you're like, yeah, I'm happy for you, look.
Yeah, but at the same time, I know that it can be something that'll happen. It could happen really quickly. That's the thing that I'm worried about. I don't like, you're welcome, by the way. I don't like that Omar is over at your club.
That makes sense.
I don't like that he's now, because it's official. He's there doing his thing. He's working behind the scenes. I don't like that. I don't like the off the pitch stuff that you happen to be doing well. I don't like the getting youth and the exits that I'm hearing of your club. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I get why, because we're getting rid of players who are not good enough, and then on paper we're bringing in players who are good enough, which naturally is going to improve us and close the gap. Not necessarily in one window, but you said it there, Omar Barada. That's someone who's worked at your football club, so you know the level, you know his skill set, you know how good he is and how he can be an asset to Manchester United. Before we do continue, big up Northside for the raid as well. You lot, make sure you subscribe to Northside LDN. Everyone who's joined over from the raid, big up, much appreciated. It is the Man United, Man City podcasts, people. So make sure you keep your questions related to both Manchester clubs, Manchester City or Manchester United. And let's run up the likes. Let's run up the likes. There's over 110 people in here, only at 24 likes. Let's get up to 60 likes. Mods, please get everybody liking. And shout out to Godfrey as well. Much appreciated. He's just become a member. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Just became a YouTube member. Hey, Godfrey.
Smart man. Smart decision, Godfrey. Smart decision. Godfrey,
appreciate it. Thank you very much, man. Much appreciate it. But yeah, go on. You were talking about United and liking what, you know what I'm saying, we're doing.
So, man to man, I'm happy for you. You know what I mean? I see
Good.
you and the conversations you're having with your people, and it's all positive. So in that regard, I'm happy. But then I'm like, nah, man, the city side of me, I don't like what I'm seeing. I want it to be a 3-year, 4-year before I kind of see things turning around, and I don't think it's going to be that long. It's looking like the competing for trophies is actually going to happen this season. I think domestically you're still going to be a problem, even the way it looks right now. Who's really threatening Europa? And I don't want you winning a Europa. I don't want any of that right. And right now, that's bothering me. I don't like that. So I'm gonna continue to pay close attention. And obviously, when you talk about gaps, yeah, there's gaps, but it wasn't too long ago that Man United finished second in the league. It wasn't that long ago. So yeah, I may see it's going to be a while, but again, a while could change quickly if I happen to lose any of my top guys. If I happen to lose a KDB, if I happen to lose an Ederson, if I happen to lose a Bernardo Silva, right? These are all players that are rumored to leave in a short amount of time in the next season or two. And I think that quality, departing my club, brings us back, shortens that gap that you're talking about. I don't like it. I need to see. I was only able to run with this for a little bit, Flawless. I'm gonna be honest with it.
Talk about it.
That signing, the 18-year-old signing.
Oh, you talk about Yoro?
Yoro, yeah.
Is this the first time we've spoken about Yoro?
Yeah.
This is the first. Yeah, because the last show it hadn't been made official. So yeah, this is the first time. Yeah.
I wanted to hate on it more, but I can't. And I hate that. I want to hate on it because it's like, yeah, you guys did flex a little more spend, a little more cash. Quote unquote, the typical United. I often,
bear in mind, it's 42 million up front. Well, not 42 million up front. It's 42 million overall.
42 million overall,
and then the rest is add-ons depending on if he's successful.
Yeah,
if he's successful, he pay the money. We do the Arsenal thing. Like we should have gave them more. Rice is that good. You know what I'm saying? That's what we'll be on. Was it Rice or Havertz? I can't remember which one, or was it both? Let me know.
You know what? I mean, Rice 105 to sign him. I don't know what his weekly wages are, but I know Havertz.
But Arsenal fans say he's so good we should have paid them more. But I can't remember if they were talking about Havertz or Rice. It was
they better not be talking about Kai Havertz with that.
It's one of the two. I can't remember.
That is crazy. If they talked about Kai like that,
it might have been Kai. It was Kai. It was crazy. Kai or Declan Rice. Come on, man, it's Arsenal. You know what they like, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. No, but I'm just saying I wanted to hate on that Yoro deal a lot longer because I'm like 18-year-old. You gave him substantial amount of wages. Obviously, what you had to get for him in terms of paying for him comparing to Real Madrid. I want to hate on it, but the long-term vision, the fact that you got him in early, the fact that you also flexed and said, "No, we're about this. We're not moving slowly. We're still Manchester United. We're going to do our thing." So I didn't like that I saw that. Now, the giddiness, Flawless, and this is where it's like, yeah, I got to pay attention. Let me start making these sniper bullets. Let me start getting these things ready because the giddiness from the fan base. Oh my goodness. I'm hearing United.
Talk about it, man. Talk about what you're hearing. Because I'm hearing the same thing. So
I'm hearing your fan base. And I'm not going to hold you responsible for the fan base. I'm not going to do that. But I'm hearing your fan base be like, nah, the Glazers, they pretty much surrendered operational responsibility. Like what the Glazers were messing up and doing, they're kind of pushed to the side. INEOS. All I hear is INEOS. This INEOS regime. New ownership. I keep hearing this too. New ownership. Come on, it's the same ownership, but you got INEOS in the mix. It's like a new release, a new lease on life. It's like a new perspective. And why can't Why can't United fans with the historic success, why can't y'all just be patient with it? Why can't y'all just wait until a ball is kicked or you actually see something happening? I'm like, why you setting things up right now? Because you're acting like you've forgotten. The same manager y'all were cussing out. The same manager, you're like, I don't care what he does in the FA. He could win it. I want him out the door. He's still there. And the happiness, the joy, the optimism, the sparkle in the eyes of these United fans as I hear them and I watch them speak on this amazing platform and others, I'm like, ooh, this is going to be a great movie. This is going to be a great movie. So I wanted to ask you,
cool,
Flawless, because you're in the mix, you're in the circle with all of these.
Of course.
Where are you at with this season, my friend? Where are you at with, yeah, we got our sights set on comfortable top 4. We got our sights set on a domestic trophy. We got our sights set on a European trophy. Where are you at with all of that? May I ask? Was it too early?
Yeah, you can ask 100% because we can always assess as things are going on.
Yes,
windows, because income, there's going to be more incomings, there will be outgoings, and that's also for other sides as well, which can change things. And I get to it. And big up to Bar as well. I don't want to butcher your first name. He says, Vega's chatting shit, wants us to get gas. Gator thinks he's slick. Like,
I'm not gas.
Gator thinks he's slick. So I hear you. When I see this comment, I was like, the people that know you. And again, congrats to everyone bigging me up on the 12K. Much appreciated.
Yo,
get to them comments as well. Love, man. And subscribe to Vega's channel. So where I'm at with it, you mentioned there, INEOS. Outside of keeping the manager, they have done everything. Plus, I have zero complaints with everything else they've done. They have moved efficiently. They've moved effectively. And I've been super surprised and over the moon about it. Like, they've moved like a serious institution. Everyone we've been linked with, all the deals we've done, the price points, the quickness in which the deals have been done, I have no complaints. However, you mentioned the manager and those things. I understand where we're at and how far we are away. So even though they've done things to improve Manchester United, I keep using the analogy. It was a house and everything was bad. Everything was mashed up in the house. Everything. INEOS have come in, got the electricity working, got running water, fix the hole in the and fix the roof. Irony, of the analogy. That's what they've done. The ironic people. That's why I keep using that. Pun intended when I say that. So they've got electricity in the house, running water, fixed the roof, fitted windows. However, the house is still far from livable in. It still needs appliances. The flooring still needs to be sorted. The doors still need to be sorted, etc. Stairs is not it. You know what I'm saying? There's so much to do. It still needs to be painted. There's still so much infrastructure that needs to be done. However, they have done very well so far, to the point you and other rival fans I've seen talking about it in a positive light. I've seen other people. I can't remember the last time, the Yoro Deal. I can't remember the last time rival fans were so critical of a Manchester United signing. I've never seen. Bear in mind, 99% of people talking about him ain't watched him. Like, let's clarify, my man ain't watching. Most people talking about him on socials, talking about him in chats. Don't watch League on week in, week out. You have the rarities. Yeah, Rajezu will watch that league. Strasbourg, Steve, Kaneki. Yeah. So if you're included in that group, people not aimed at you, because someone in the chat will say, I watch League. But who sat down watching these, man? Who sat down watching Lille? Watching Lens, or someone I mentioned Monaco because of Fofana. So, but everyone now, I seen fail comps on him. Like, how did you even get a fail comp on him? I seen a fail literally the day after we signed Yoro. I seen a fail comp doing the rounds of socials, no free tweets, likes, quote tweets, the replies you already expected. So yeah, the reason why I am not getting giddy is for the reasons you state. Well, one of the reasons you stated: one, the manager's still in charge, still don't trust him, and two, we are still so far in lacking in quality from doing anything. You said top 4, still far away from top 4.
No.
We still top 4. Okay, so I'll ask you the question then.
Far
I'll
away.
Ask you the question, Veo. I'll still ask you, yes, far away.
Far away.
How many points we were off top 4? Let me check. How many points we were off top 4 last season? Let me check. I'm gonna check now.
Yeah, let's look that up.
Yeah, I'm gonna check. Because far away might be a stretch, but let me find out.
Yeah, it couldn't have been too far.
It was far because we had our worst ever season that people have forgotten. So Oh, nah, tell
right,
a lie. We weren't that far away. We're only 8 points. So I
8
stand
points. All
corrected.
right, sorry,
Only
I just
8
need 1
points.
second. 1 second.
Yeah, don't stress. Do your thing, Vaya. Whilst Vaya gets back, make sure you subscribe to his channel, people. Link is in the title. Link is in the title. Vaya Games. Yes, I have hit 12K. Continue to get your questions in as well. I start the best questions, but if you want to make sure your question gets read out, super chat people, and I make sure I get to it. Big up to Gaming, who says big up, congratulations on 12K, bro. You deserve it. Much appreciated. Godfrey, again, thank you for these kind words and joining the membership. Says no problem, flawless. Love the content and the work rate. Much appreciated as well. We in the Big 12, says Jez. Jez, you already know. Salute to you for all and all your work. Hey, my Don Vin, man. Good to see Vin in the chat. Says 12K. Congrats, my G. Road to 100. Man said 120K. Hey, man, that's the plan, man. Road to 30K, man. Road to all them Ks, but road to 13K is definitely next. 100%. We don't stop, people. Just because we hit 12K, we're gonna keep it the show on the road. But you see, they are very, very smart, very intelligent. But don't let him gas you up, United fans. That's what I'd say. Don't let him gas you up. Tabu says, allow it. Realistic expectations are top 4, nothing more, nothing less. Here's the thing Here's the thing with that. Top 4 would be a realistic expectation. However, look at the manager, look at the team. Currently constructed. 23rd was about to touch the 24th of July in the UK. 24th of July, 2024. Look at the team. And this is the same question I'm going to ask Vader when he gets back. I'm going to ask you, Ba. Who's scoring our goals? This is what I want to know. Because people seem to forget that under this manager, our attack has been terrible. So in an ideal world, should it be top 4? Yes, but I don't expect too much from this manager. I don't rate him. And I don't expect too much from these players. Like, take the new signings out of it. So, yeah, I was asking you, Surveyor, you were talking about top 4, so I'll ask you the question. Who's scoring our goals?
No, why are you asking me about who's scoring goals?
Because that's a fair question to ask. If you think we should finish top 4, I can ask you, because my concerns is I don't think we cracked 60 goals in the Premier League this season. And I'm asking you, who's creating and scoring for us? Do you know how many goals? Hey, Vaya, do you know how many goals we scored last season?
You keep telling me it's your worst season ever, or maybe the worst season since the Prem era.
Yeah, Premier League.
And the fact that you're telling,
how many goals do you think we scored last season? That's why you laughing. See, you can't.
No, I'm laughing. No, I'm laughing because you asked me. You don't even think you're going to score 60 this season. Nope. So you scored 50. I'm gonna say 59, 58 goals.
Okay, close. We scored 57. You know, the season we scored. The season we came third. You know how many goals we scored in that season?
Nah. How many goals you scored?
58. So goal scoring's been a problem. Ten Hag's entire reign. You know that we've only cracked over 70 goals once in the last 10 years.
You're looking at it the wrong way, Flawless. You're looking at it.
No, I'm looking at it the right way. Did you hear what I just said? We've only scored over 70 goals once in the last 10 years in the Premier League.
So?
So again, explain to me then, who's scoring our goals for us to finish top 4?
Nah, because see, if you're not scoring that many, all you need to do is prevent from being scored on even better.
Like we did in the second season. So you trust our defense to be defensively sound and locked down?
I mean, trust is a strong word.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to trust anything United, but I will say the late game slide tackles in the 18-yard box from Wabasaka, I don't expect that to happen. You know what I mean? I don't expect these late penalties to be penalizing you. So when we look at it, maybe you don't score the 60 plus, the 70 plus goals in a season, but you do concede less. I think the defense might be a little more organized.
So that's what we're banking on, is scoring, not scoring goals, but conceding less.
I think the improvements would be to concede less if I were to maybe look at that. Because again, goal scoring, if the exits remain the same, the rumors in terms of, and hopefully it's not true, because Rashford should remain a United player. He should be there. But I mean, Rashford, Garnacho, Højlund, you know what I mean? That gelling for another season, I don't think you get the disaster season that you had from Rashford again. You get maybe something closer to the purple patch he had two seasons ago.
Cool.
Not quite that, but I think
but let's say that happens, which could happen, and he gets 20. Let's say, well, he's never scored 20 league goals, but let's say he gets 18,
crazy
19, 20 league goals. Yeah, if we gonna talk the stats. Let's talk. So then you're asking Højlund, who's only scored double figures once, Garnacho, who's never scored double figures ever, Xerxes never scored double figures ever, league campaign.
Bruno's got to get back to his level. Bruno's got to get back.
Bruno
to that
hasn't. I think Bruno Bruno take out penalties. I don't think he scored double. I don't think he scored double.
Let me correct myself. I don't need this.
Yeah. You're talking for me.
United need that Ollie Bruno. You know that Ollie Bruno?
You mean
you need that one back.
Okay, so that's where we're at now. We're talking about play. Okay, because he scored. Because Bruno ain't even been that impressive in the last takeout penalties. Bruno's not hit double figures in the Premier League in the past 3 seasons, people. I'm saying in the past 3 seasons. All right, let me get to some of you lot in the chat as well, because I think people are really not understanding how bad our attack is. What you're missing is if United was at full strength last season, we would have had top 4 this season. That should be the minimum expectation with a couple of trophies. Who was at full strength? We had the most injuries in the league. Villa, who finished 4th, had the 4th most injuries. Spurs, who finished 5th, had the 5th most injuries. So if Villa were at full strength, they would have still been better than us by this logic. If Spurs were at full strength, they still would have been better than us regardless. So we can't do the ifs and buts. Because we had first, the team who finished 4th had the 4th most injuries, and the team who had finished 5th had the 5th most injuries. So if they were at full strength for the whole season, they would have finished. They would have finished at higher than 68 points.
Yeah. I agree with that.
I'm not missing. Like that's why I don't hear this excuse. Like when you say the minimum expectation should be top 4 with a couple of trophies. So I'll ask you the question as well, Harshad. Who's scoring our goals? And then if we can't score goals, who's shutting up shop? Are people forgetting who we have in goal? Or is that we just bypassing that?
Whoa! You're disrespecting Onana.
Do you rate Onana?
Yeah, I rate Onana.
Yeah, as a City fan, I bet you do. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, flawless. Hold on now. Hold on. If you were going to give a report card on, areas of the team and grading areas of the team, I don't think your problem's been Onana.
You don't think he made mistakes?
No, of course. Throughout an entire season, the keeper's going to make mistakes. But in terms of going in,
he made multiple terrible errors. Let's not do that.
So you don't want it. You want him out. You want him out.
Onana. Wow. Okay, I'll ask you the question. What does Onana excel at?
Well, arguably.
There we go. This is the same way if I ask you is the girl pretty? It's the same thing.
No,
exactly.
No, Onana.
She's got nothing going for her. He's got nothing going for him.
Onana's quality. I think the defense in front of him did let him down at times because I saw so many cutback goals that happened to go against him, and everybody would look at him and be like, "Why did he dive? Why did he read that? How's the man supposed to read when it's like right in front of him?"
I agree with that.
You know what I mean? They can take a shot either side of the net.
I do agree with that. He wasn't helped, but I'll ask you the question again: what does he excel at as a goalkeeper? What does he do really well?
I think what Ten Hag wants, especially with regards to ball possession. Stop smirking. Don't do that. I think with regards to ball possession, building out from the back, and actually being similar to what Ederson does, Onana's up there. Now, he gets criticized often for maybe how he dives in terms of some of his goalkeeping, but I don't think honestly, I don't think he's been the problem. I think the 4 men in front of him throughout the season, so inconsistent, Ten Hag switching and mixing and having to deal with whatever mix mash he was doing. I talked about Wan-Bissaka and some of the errors he made. I think that cost you guys. But then you just need a cohesive 11. I think a cohesive 11. I don't think you're far off top 4. I think, but the reason why I brought up top 4 is because I was listening. Flawless. Those of you on Spotify, I'm holding up my hand like when Hogan goes to the crowd, he's like, I'm doing that. I'm listening and I'm hearing. That's the expectation. That's the
hear that. That's why when Harshad and overdone my bad, I don't want to butcher your name, say what the expectation is. I am not saying they are wrong for the expectation. You saying that, even though you part trolling, are not wrong for saying it. I am just fully aware when I look at it and I look at the manager that is in charge and I look at these players who are in charge. Even though we've made improvements to the squad, which we have, even though I believe we'll make further improvements to the squad, I'll say it again.
Okay.
Who is scoring our goals? And you know what's crazy? I said this all last season, just gone.
So this
Last
is why we have the
preseason.
conversation. This is why the conversation is so important, because do you think a different manager would give you confidence for top four?
Absolutely. Yes. Because
So
I've watched
the players that we're talking about, the maybe where's the scoring going to come from? You're a little more chill if it were a different manager.
Yes, because I've watched managers, we'll use De Zerbi at Brighton, for example. I don't think their attackers are great, but I've watched him set up, or even Klopp at Liverpool. I don't think all their attackers are great, but I've watched these two managers implement attacking systems that help their teams create chances. Now, them players may miss them chances because they're not good enough. That's why you see Nunes highest on the biggest missed chances. This is why you see the likes of Hassam, the likes of Ryan, cursing out their attackers the entire season just gone because they missed so many chances. So same with De Zerbi. Potter did it at Brighton as well, where their systems allowed them to create so many good chances. So if we had a manager who I believe could implement a system to do that, I'd be much more confident about Manchester United scoring more goals. But when you don't have that, you then rely on individual quality. And we do not have the individual quality, as we've seen. Xerxes is the only one that I look at. Xerxes is the only one I look at and go, I can't talk about you because I've not watched you play like that. But I don't think, but we're asking him to not only come to a new league, new opposition, new teammates, whole new environment, not only play well, but transform, play well, you play good individually and transform everybody else and transform an attack. Like, I don't see it. I really don't. They're the two issues. And again, I'll say it again. I've been asking the question and no one can answer. Who is scoring our goals? I said this last season. And people, because we had such a good first season under Ten Hag and we won the trophy and finished third, the attack was a problem then. It's just that, like you, to your point, defensively we were so good. We only conceded 43 goals. So basically you're saying we have to have an absolute immense defense, which was in part to not only the individual quality, but the way the manager set up. I now have my reservations about the manager because of last season. Well, how are you going to set us up defensively, sir? This is why it's so important to get individual quality. Because I believe that's what Manchester United are going to be relying on in this coming season. Our individual quality is going to see us through. And there's a lack of it majorly in forward areas. Our attackers don't score. We're asking, if we're looking at the goal scorers, we're asking for players either to get their personal bests or score more goals than they've scored in the last 3-4 seasons. We're asking Rashford to get back to his absolute best. We're asking Garnacho, if he hits double figures, to get his personal best. We're asking Xerxes, if he hits double figures, to get to his personal best. Hoyland, we're asking for you to get more than 10
It might be
goals.
a scoring by committee, though. It might be a scoring.
Okay, so who the committee? Who's the committee?
No, it might be a combination of what you get out of the midfield. You know, a lot of praise for Kobe, a lot of praise for him. Right? You know what I mean? Playing beyond his years, many would say. I mentioned it earlier. I think Bruno, in terms of what he would do creatively, looking for him to score more. And then, I mean, I don't know if McTominay is going to remain at the club, but you saw how
he'll be moved on.
Okay, he'll be moved on. So
there's very few. Like I said, they're all single. All the man you mentioned, they're all single-digit goal scorers.
Yeah, but if we mention 7 players and they all get 10 goals, I think, you know what I mean? It's kind of like.
Excuse me, say that again.
I said if you mention 7 players. You mentioned 7 players, and if they can
get 10 goals in the Premier League, yeah. You know how many of our players got? You know how many of our players got double figures this season just gone?
No, I don't.
2.
I don't. Okay, so
and one of them without penalties, so it's 1. We only got 1 without penalties.
Without
penalties. Who the player was? You know who's the one who actually hit double figures? The one we all think is terrible, Hoyland. He got 10.
Yeah, I mean, he's wrongfully labeled as horrible. He had to get acclimated to the league. He had to get.
Sure.
Nah, man. He had to get acclimated to the league. I'm not saying, again, I'm blessed. I'm blessed with an Alvarez and a Haaland. Yeah. So I'm not saying that he's of that quality. But another season under Ten Hag, another season, like I said, the synergy with that main 11, 12, 13 players. I don't think you guys are going to be far off 4th. Nah. Top 4 should be an expectation. Also because, and you mentioned it earlier, you really like what INEOS have done. with the exception of the manager. But everything that INEOS have done has been calculated, hasn't been at the whim of the fan base, which I often laughed at you guys for, because it seemed like whatever direction the wind was going, that's what the ownership would do and go with what the fans wanted. But INEOS took their time to what many United fans were upset with. They're like, make a damn decision. Why is Ten Hag still here? But INEOS looked to be very calculated. So if they made the decision and saying, you know what, Ten Hag's going to remain, we're going to get the players, regardless of who the manager is, but the players that are fit for the club, and we'll move on. I think because he is a constant, he's now going into his third season. What messed him up? What had you hating the man? What had you saying, I want Ten Hag out? Not acting up like some others, but what had you being like, nah, enough's enough, I need him out of here, is because he had too much responsibility.
Yeah, shouts to Sunshine. And even outside of the too much responsibility, it's just how you manage. Like, that's it. And see, even Sunshine, who's a United fan. And that's why I keep asking this question. You mentioned players going like, again, I don't think we cracked 60 goals this season.
Stop this. You're going to, listen, correct me if I'm naming players that won't be here. But you got Rashford.
Yes.
He should give you 10 flawless. Should.
Okay, I you know what? I will give, for this argument's sake, I don't think that's beyond the possibility. I'll agree with you on that. Rashford's 10. Yes.
10 in the league.
Yeah.
Højlund, we think is horrible. Some think is horrible, whatever. At striker, he's going to give you 10.
The reason why I don't think he gives us 10, because I don't think he plays as often. So I disagree with that. Xerxes going to play.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think he's going to play. I'm not, and he barely, and bear in mind, he played the vast majority of the season.
Yeah.
And barely got 10. So I think he'll get maybe 6, 7.
I watched a little too many United games last season. I'm going to be honest with you.
I bet you did.
I watched a little too many of them. And it wasn't a hate along or anything like that, but shout out to staff. Yeah,
it was a laugh along. It was a laugh along.
You know what? It was let me see what everyone's complaining about. Let me see what the whole meltdown is. And for many instances, and many thought I was trolling. Flawless. When I'm trolling, I'll be like, yeah, I'm messing around. I'm trolling.
Yeah, sure.
But what? No, I own it. Sure. But when I'm watching it, I'm like, nah, I don't get what this whole meltdown's happening, because I would see as poor as the players were playing, oftentimes I was like, I don't know what other option Ten Hag has. I don't know.
His fault.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I don't know. So that responsibility in terms of the tools that he had at his disposal, INEOS have taken that away. INEOS has said, listen, I don't want you doing anything but coming up with strategy, coming up with tactics, coming up with instructions. All you are is a coach. Cool. And let me dismiss this thing. A lot try to dress it down and be like, oh, in this day and age, even the mighty Pep is a coach. No, he is not. Don't try to equate what Ten Hag has been reduced to and then put that under the same umbrella as what Pep is. No. Pep is still a manager. He's not just a coach. Now, Ten Hag in this season, he's just a coach. And I think when you have that, when you have
that's
players,
cool. Back to the goal. So we got Rashford at 10.
Rashford at 10. Højlund. Let's say Højlund doesn't do it, but you got Xerxes. You want to say that?
I'll give Xerxes. You know what? Xerxes, since you got 9, I'll say Xerxes 10. So that's 20.
10. That's 20.
I'll give Xerxes 10.
Now, would it be out of the realm of belief if the player remains that Sancho doesn't give you 10? Come on, Flawless.
No. Again, Sancho is in the Højlund bracket. Do you see Sancho getting regular game time here? I don't.
If he remains here, he does.
Okay, so what's our front three then? In your opinion, what do you think? Our main front three is?
Your best front three?
What's the main? No, not best front three. The front three you think Ten Hag will play? Because I personally think he's going Rashford, Xerxes, Garnacho. I think that's to be the front three, and everyone's going to be there. Everyone's calling for Diallo, which I agree with, by the way. People are calling for Sancho, which I agree with, by the way. Yeah. I don't think it's going to be a front three. I think that's going to be our front three: Garnacho, Rashford, Højlund. Garnacho, Rashford, Xerxes. Sorry, that's our front three.
Okay. Even if that becomes the beginning of the season, front three, right? Mm-hmm. The pressure that we know Ten Hag's going to be under, because he's got to make this season work. There's no, I'm gonna die on my sword. This is my plan. If it happens or it doesn't happen, I'm cool. No, He's going to be under pressure to have to make this work. So if he starts off with the 3 that you mentioned, and I love this as a City fan, because over at Manchester City, the reason why players can't get comfortable, the reason why players have to look over their shoulder and make sure that they perform is because there's a next man up.
That's
so
true.
if Rashford is slipping, he's not doing his thing, Sancho, go and take that left side.
If he gets the opportunity, because we watched all last season, Diallo being a prime example, it took Diallo literally the entire season to get a run. He persisted with Anthony, Garnacho, and Rashford, even though none of them were performing. So unless this manager has had a personality transplant, I see the same thing happening. I think a lot of people and a lot of United fans are in for a rude awakening that this is a new Ten Hag.
See, this is where I got to bring balance. And you United fans, you I know it's City and United speaking right now, and hear me as a City fan that's been watching.
Mm-hmm.
I saw Ten Hag year 1 because the way many United fans want to hold Ten Hag to the year 2. This is what he did year 2. Let's also remember what he did year 1. Year 1,
did full credit for it. I'll give you full credit for it.
Year 1, that man stood up,
but that
face to face with Cristiano Ronaldo and put that man on the bench.
Credit for all that, but I give him credit for that.
And he can do it again.
Where my argument is consistent, our attack was rubbish in his first season, our attack was rubbish in his second season. Why all of a sudden in the third season, with pretty much the same players, is it going to be different? It's the same attackers.
I'm not.
And best is all of the players we bought so far, none of them are final third players.
When you say they're not final third players,
like in regards to affecting it, like for instance, if we were to sign a fullback can change your fortunes going forward. He's not going to make a huge difference, but he can add something because our fullbacks offer nothing going forward. Luke Shaw's been at Manchester, has had more years at Manchester United than he's got assists. I think he's been here 10 years and he's got like 7 assists or something crazy like that. So back to the point I'm making. So we got 10. Let's not go. So we got 10 from Rashford. We got 10 from Xerxes. We got 10. We'll say 10 to Bruno with penalties. So we'll say 10. Yeah. So that's 30. Garnacho gives us what? 6 or 7?
Garnacho will be in the mix. He'll flirt. Yeah, he'll flirt around. He'll flirt around that 7 or 8.
So we'll say 6. We saying 7 or wait, let me just check
7.
Garnacho. Okay, 1 second. Let me just check. I need to check Garnacho.
And Sancho cooked when he went over to the Bundesliga. He'll bring that back. He'll bring that level back.
You know how many goals he scored for Manchester United the season before that? 6.
Nah.
6.
Okay.
I'm just putting this into perspective. So Garnacho got 7 goals last season, playing 36 matches. So we'll say
we're getting there. Flawless. Listen, flawless.
We'll say personal best. So that's 38 from our front 4. So that's the front 4.
Yeah,
our
that's
front
almost
4
40.
As 38. Okay, so our front 4 is our front 4 is touching a goal a game. All right, bet.
Okay, and I think there's going to be a lot more low-scoring games in your future. It's not going to be pretty. I don't think it's going to be for the United fans, they're going to be like, I want sexy football. For the United fans, they're going to be like, I keep seeing amazing play across the street. I want that too.
That. No. Let's stick to where we're at. So we've got 38 goals. So we have a goal a game from
Kobe's
United
giving you some goals.
4.
You know Kobe's giving you some goals.
How much you reckon Mano's giving us? 4?
5.
We saying 5? Okay, 5. So that is all right. We saying 5. Okay. We'll go 5. So that's
because he was scoring late in the season.
Okay, so 43. Right? 43.
43. Okay. And then you're gonna have I know you're dismissing Højlund, but Højlund will give you 5.
Okay, I'll give you that. Okay, that's fair. So that's 48. 48.
And if he ends up becoming a starter, because the competition between him and you know what, actually a super sub in terms of Højlund might be dangerous.
Højlund, I do agree with that from the bench.
Him coming off the bench, that energy, that strength.
I agree with that. So that's 48. So we got
he might be the McTominay this season in terms of Ten Hag trusting a guy to come off the bench and having impact. That might be Højlund.
48.
Now, how many would be sprinkled around because of set pieces? You know what I mean? How many could you get from Martinez. How many could you get from a? Are you
I think
guys selling?
Martinez has only scored one for us, I think. The game against Arsenal, I think he's only scored one goal.
He's only scored one goal,
He's
and
only
you
scored one
you
goal.
got rid of.
Forget the defenders.
Is
Just go
Maguire,
midfield.
is Maguire saying bye?
Maguire ain't seeing pitch. Yeah, he ain't seeing pitch. We got Yoro, we got Martinez, potentially someone else. So forget all about
Euro's
that.
not starting. Euro's not starting.
So who's starting him? Who's starting?
Is Euro going to start?
Of course Euro's going to start. You acting like you don't know who our centre-backs are. If Euro's not starting, who's starting?
That's a lot of pressure for an 18-year-old.
Yeah, you're at Manchester United Football Club. Swim.
Okay.
So no, let's not get off it. So we're at 48. Go on.
Can you at least you can get 3 goals from Anthony?
I'll give you that.
Come on. We can get you can get at least.
Okay. 51.
Okay. You talked about how Ten Hag was late. Diallo. He was late to recognize Diallo's potential.
Diallo gets minutes. I think Diallo we could get a 5 from. That's 56.
Okay. 56, and then there's miscellaneous goals coming from wherever.
Yeah. And bear in mind, so miscellaneous goals, so we barely cracking 60.
But I said your defense is going to be better, though.
Okay, how much better?
How much better? Well, this is the thing. This is the thing that actually...
Because it's a goalkeeper, you can't tell me he excels at anything, but we're going to miraculously...
No, but
and the centre-back who's under immense pressure, Martinez, who may not stay fit, and 2 fullbacks who are also not good enough.
Organization. Just being organized.
So being organized, which comes down to the manager.
Yeah, the manager's going to get it done. You won't have the negative.
So bear in mind, people, we scraped over 60 goals, and he said for miscellaneous we got 65.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Did you guys finished in neutral?
Negative goal difference. You know it is no negative goal difference, my friend.
Okay, then that's improving. You're not going to be. It's not going to be that negative.
Bear in mind, but you've got a score in 6, so you don't even have us averaging above 2 goals a game.
Yeah, but you'll win 1-0 games. It's not going to be pretty. It's going to like United games are going to be
with a goalkeeper. With a goalkeeper you don't rate, and an 18-year-old who you said is under extreme pressure.
I do rate
okay, so with a goalkeeper you rate but doesn't excel at anything, an 18-year-old under immense pressure, and 2 fullbacks you don't rate. All right, bet. That make sense. You don't rate Shaw and Dalot.
I don't rate Shaw. Dalot surprises me here and there, but I don't rate Shaw.
Why?
What about
because he's athletic and passionate?
No. I think he gets stuck in. I think as a defender, passionate. He does what he needs to do. Now,
yeah, man.
I think
beats his chest, hypes up the crowd. Yeah.
United ruined Wabasaka. I'm gonna say that because he was quality at Crystal, and I think y'all messed him up. Well, we'll say.
Jesus says, bear in mind, only 2 teams in the last 8 seasons have made top 4 scoring less than 60 goals. And you know what's crazy? A lot of the goal scoring you're looking from players is personal bests or things they haven't done in 3-4 years. So we're looking for miraculous improvement all around. What's the likelihood of that? But hey,
So the last time y'all were scoring goals like that was Ollie? Is that what you're telling me?
I've said we've scored 70 goals once. We've cracked 70 goals once in the last 10 years in the Premier League.
Okay, so it's not, yeah, so it's a United thing. It's not necessarily a manager thing because you've had several managers.
This is the point that I'm making. That our attackers have been terrible for the longest.
But under Ollie, you finished 2nd, right? And if you're going the last 10 years, wouldn't that date back to even Mourinho?
Date back. But again, our attackers and under Mourinho, if we were talking about that through in a time machine, I'd be talking the exact same way. But I'm talking about these attackers. This is why I keep asking, where are the goals are coming from? No one else can guarantee me that any of our players are even hitting 15 in the league.
No, but here's the funny thing, though, Flawless. Because if you're saying over the last 10 years, you guys haven't cracked 70 goals.
One time.
One time. You've only cracked 70 goals the last 10 years. And you've had better quality than this and still didn't crack 70 goals. So you're kind of on par. Like the hammer that you're hitting these players over the head with, it's kind of like, well, you've had better quality and not scored many goals, and now you quote unquote don't have good quality. So the difference needs to be defensively. That's what I'm trying to emphasize.
No, the difference means to get better attacking players in. That's why I'd sell everybody. That would be what it is. sell everybody. That's the way forward, and getting replacements. Same way defensively, we need to be better. Same way in midfield, we need to be better. This is why they're improving. This is why we had our worst ever return in the Premier League. And we had our worst ever return in the Premier League and Champions League. What are we talking about here?
No, I understand that, but this is poor with regards to you had Falcao, you had
and they scored more than these lot, and it still wasn't enough. Is the point I'm making? They were better than these lot, but it still wasn't enough for where we're trying to go to. That man scored more, apart from there was one season we scored like 48, something crazy like that. It might have been under Van Gaal. Other than that, those set of attackers were better than these lot. But they weren't good enough. And these men are not good enough. Rashford is not good enough. Garnacho is not good enough. Højlund is not good enough. Antony's not good enough. Bruno's not good enough. Mount isn't good enough. However, defensively as well, I agree. They're not good. Shaw's not good enough. Dalot isn't good enough.
It's getting fixed.
Lindelof's not good enough. Maguire's not good. Are they addressing it? Yes.
Yeah.
But there still needs to be more. Do I like the look of Yoro?
Yes.
Yes. Martinez, can he stay fit? Yes. Do I like the Fofana, Agate?
I'll say this, Flawless.
Yeah,
your positive goal differential will be because of your defense, not because you're now scoring more goals. Mm-hmm. So that's where, and I hear it, there's two ways to attack things, but I think what you're emphasizing on in terms of that top four, what we may do in the league is going to be hampered because of the attack. I think the opposite. I think you guys are going to be more organized, better prepared, know what's expected of you defensively, and that's going to be the difference. That's going to be the positive goal differential from we're not going to be as dumb defensively like you guys were last season.
It'll be as bad, but I don't think it's good enough to go with that. Will United surpass 70 points this year? Absolutely fucking not. Excuse my language. No, we will not surpass 70 points. Where do you have us finishing in the league? This is a good question. Here we go. Exactly. Look at the smile on your face.
Spotify. I'm just taking a minute to think because it's so early in the transfer window. No, it's early in the transfer.
I would laugh too if I was a City fan. If I was a rival fan, all this United prop, and I ask you, yo, where do you have us finishing in the league? Who are we better than currently?
I'm not.
We ain't top four, and you know it. I know.
Let me. I'm not propping. Like I said, I did the Hogan, and I listened. I heard the hypeness. I heard the giddiness. I heard the. This season, the season ain't what many thought. It's going to be better. So that's the energy that I kind of have. Now, where you guys finish?
It's going to be good.
City, Arsenal, I think that's going to be a rerun in terms of what that fight is going to be.
So you got us, so we top two sorted. We're on.
Now, it would be an absolute disgrace if Liverpool weren't in the top four. Because I think the core of players, the experience, the knowing what it takes, that should almost be automatic. That should almost be like, okay, Slot comes in, the one that FSG hand selected, they got the whole scouting team, the ones that made the decisions on why Klopp was able to do his thing. That man's back. I think Liverpool should be there.
So we got Liverpool third. So you got fourth. I know anything else.
No, I don't have you fourth right now.
I know.
But
you have a sensible man who knows football.
But I also don't think you're far off in terms of like, it's like this season's a free hit. Doesn't matter what you guys do, just remain.
Oh no, it's definitely not a free hit.
Yeah, it's not
so you don't have us top four. Do you have us top six? No, you don't. Exactly my point. So run up the likes, people. Hit the subscribe button on the channel. Make sure you subscribe to Vega's channel because man would have just answered. You don't have us top six. See how it is, people.
No, I'm thinking it through.
Okay, you think, man. Because if I ask you, hey, you know what? A Villa finishing top six, you ain't got to think about it.
I like how they're moving.
Exactly. But you don't have to. Hey, Vega, a Villa finishing top six.
Villa should finish top six, yeah.
Exactly. See how you just there, quick, 5 seconds. Yeah, Villa are going to finish top six without hesitation. That's how bad we are that you have to hesitate if Manchester United are going to finish in the top six.
What if I say 4 points would separate fourth and seventh, though? Like, what if I say, like, 4, 5, 6, like, what if I say it's going to be that tight? That's the thing where it's like.
Hey, and you know what? Jez made a great point. Let me get to it. Where is it? Did I even start it? Yeah, it was. United won't be far from top four, but fourth place is whoever is less shit. When hasn't it been that? Pretty much so. More often than not, is that.
I mean, what was fourth place? Wasn't fourth place like 68 points? Or
68,
something like
68 points.
that?
That's
Yeah.
actually.
So,
But hey, we got to tie in injuries. Villa had the 4th most injuries. Spurs, who finished 5th, had the 5th most injuries. Don't injuries matter?
yeah. I want this conversation when the transfer window's closed. September 1st.
We're gonna of course we can reassess it and actually have our final predictions, but we can only go currently. This conversation started because we're talking about Manchester United and why can't we, and why don't I think we can push
your
up
fan, the fans are amped.
Oh yeah, fans are super amped, and I've been the one who's been like, I've been the I hate to say it guy.
No,
I don't want to talk like this.
But the men that you link up with, you guys talk ball. Those guys are gas.
Yeah. Speaking to him, I've been speaking to Saeed. I've spoken to Rand, speaking to men. Giddy watch everywhere. apart, let's not get giddy. It's word to Nuruddin. Apart from the OG Nuruddin, he's the only one who's like, and I'm like that. I hate to be that guy. Yes, these things are good. Yes, these signings are great. Yes, INEOS have got us moving like a football club. Are we just forgetting about our issue, all the other issues?
Yeah.
The manager, the attack, and our defense are 3 major issues. I don't believe these are fixed. I don't think the manager can be fixed. Defense and offense you can fix by just adding quality, yes, but so far we've added no offensive quality.
Yeah, no, I hear it. So again, thank goodness I'm not a United fan. Sorry for those of you in the chat that are, but. But I would be looking at the club and just seeing who are they acquiring, what talent are they bringing in, and what deadwood are they getting out. Like, again, I'm not saying it should be a free hit season, but it should be, you know what? INEOS, like you said earlier, you're trusting what they're doing. You like the movements that they're making. So if they continue to cut off the fat, if they get the players that don't play for the badge, haven't been delivering, clear some of these wages and kind of like level set. I think as a United fan all the United fans out there, they should be like, that's good enough.
I like what they're doing, and we are moving in the right. Do I expect us to be better? Yes, 100%. Do I expect us to concede less? Also, yes. Do I expect us to score more? Because I think we'll add attacking quality, even with Xerxes, who I'm hearing is a link-up player, and I think we'll add another attacker. I'm hoping it's 2 and it's a striker and a winger. Hopefully, we've been linked to fullbacks on both sides. That can help. So, do I expect us to be better in the forward areas? Also, yes. Is this good enough to go on? Because I don't class top 4, couldn't care less.
I respect it.
You should be, to me, is Manchester United. Top 4 should be mandatory. That shouldn't even be on the list of goals. We finish top 4 regardless. We consolidate, and we're just one of the best 4 sides in the Premier League without doubt. The fact that we're not there is a problem. However, Europa League, FA Cup, and League Cup. They're the 3 trophies I'm looking at because they're 3 winnable trophies. On top of that, I'm looking at.
Wait. You can't just say that all lackadaisical and comfortable.
How is it? They're the 3 trophies we should be looking at. Yes. Do I think we win them? No. But they're the 3 trophies we should be looking at.
But you're looking at these trophies when you also have a landscape. When you look left and right, and you see an Arsenal, you'll see a City, and you see a Liverpool.
And if we run into them in a FA Cup or a League Cup, it could be problems. Even though we beat your mob and we beat Liverpool on the way to the FA Cup, but if we do meet these teams, of course we could lose. What I'm saying is that I'm not saying we win them. I'm saying that should be the aim. Is the point?
Okay,
that's more important to me. If someone says, "Are you taking 4th and no trophy, or 5th in the FA Cup, or 4th or 3rd and no trophy, and 6th in the Europa League"? Yeah. I'm taking 6 in the Europa League. I value trophies. This whole top 4 thing is Stephanie G's laughing about it. There's no trophy for it.
Yeah, I heard.
There is no trophy for top 4. It's a whole myth. I've never once sat on this platform or any other platform and been like, I hope we finish top 4.
Yeah.
Like, do I want us to finish top 4? Absolutely goddamn, but it should just be mandatory. The fact that I'm having these conversations is embarrassing as a Manchester United fan. It's absolutely embarrassing that we're talking about, can we compete for top 4? Not even make it. Can we compete for top 4? Do I personally think we can? No, not with this squad and this manager, no. Top 6 place at best is the best we can do, currently constructed right now, 24th of July. Now, can that change if we go get a striker, we go get a winger, we go get a midfielder, we go get a fullback or 2 fullbacks? Yeah. Whole different conversation.
Well, you also want a new keeper, which is crazy.
And a new keeper. You mean the goalkeeper that was pretty much the main culprit for us going out the Champions League, yeah? who made mistakes all season long, but because our team was so bad, we just didn't talk about it.
Okay.
Like the Chelsea, I'd use the Chelsea game, for example. Horrible for the Gallagher goal. But because we conceded 2 goals in the last minute, no one talks about the mistake he made. Palace, at least they go. Because we got because we got packed 4-0. People are not talking about the mistakes he makes. He makes multiple, and that's excluding the mistake. That's not even including the mistakes he makes when we don't concede. He excels at nothing. As a goalkeeper, he's not a great shot stopper. He's not great at coming for crosses. He's not a great sweeper keeper. He's not good at set pieces. Not commanding, don't communicate well, not great from one-on-ones, not great from long shots. Distribution isn't great, short or long.
What?
His distribution
isn't great?
His distribution is not great.
Oh, you mean the accuracy to where
his distribution is not great. His distribution takes too long on the ball, kicks the ball out, all these type of things. Now, is that solely on him? No, that's not solely on him. But is he good at it? No. That's what you were brought in. That's what I was told was your bread and butter. That was your forte. I'm not seeing that. Wow. And I see other people and other players in the same system and have excel.
That's crazy because when I faced him in the Champions League, that guy was
he played well. But it was a one game.
Something's
like I'm saying, if Ederson was to leave, you're not taking Onana. That's how good he is.
Oh, yeah, but he's tainted because he's a United player.
All right, sure. But I bet you take Mano. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, joke, man. Yeah. Not taken because he's a United player. Sounds a bit like it's a little bit of the Q word to me, mate. Quality. That's what it sounds like, Vale. Sounds like there's a severe, distinct difference in quality between Onana and Mano. Just saying. That's what it is. And I want to get to a couple of things. We are going to get to the C segment as well. The man said, oh, no, I got to this. He says, we kind of overhaul an entire 11 in a couple of seasons. We changed our attack with a 20-year-old striker and a 19-year-old winger. I agree if Rashford does not perform this season well. Yes, you can. Yes, you can overhaul an entire 11 in a couple of seasons. You can sign 6 players in one window and you can sign 5 players in another if you really want to. How many players? Wait. Hold up. How many players have Manchester United signed so far? So we signed Yoro, we signed Xerxes. We've been linked to other players. But basically, the point I'm making is you can sign 6 players in one window and 5 players in another window. And the reason why I'm so on about new players is because I don't trust the manager to implement a system to cover up players' deficiencies like he did in the first season. The first season, he did that.
He'll do it.
Did that. Second season, he did a complete 181.
He's going to go back to the first season. He's going to go back.
So he's going to go back to playing defensive and counter-attacking football.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right. So if that's the case, that makes Diallo, Sancho, and Xerxes. Now I exclude Xerxes, but that makes Sancho, Diallo, Anthony pretty much ineffective because they don't suit a counter-attacking transition system.
Well, no, it's not going to be it's not going to be the system entirely throughout the season because it's going to depend on your opposition, right? I think when you're facing quote unquote the stronger clubs like an Arsenal, like a City, did you play counter-attacking style versus Liverpool? Like, I think you're going to pick the opponents that you do it against.
You give this manager a whole lot of credit.
Honestly, I was annoyed with how well he did in year 1. I was annoyed.
Because he did very well, but second season it was the complete opposite.
I think the stripping of responsibility, I think you guys are all right, but I'm a fall back. I just want to express some of the things that I've kind of seen.
You want to troll, man? I get it.
I'm not I'm not trolling. I'm sharing some of my observations. Now,
see some class in the chat. Love my favorite in the chat. Shout out to Cubed. You know what I'm saying? Every single time. Shout out to Cubed. My favorite in the chat. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, I just want to share some of the things that I've noticed. My trolling will actually start when the season kicks in. There's no point for me.
You don't stop.
There's no need for me to be doing this right now. It's the option.
Right. No, because what you're doing is what I would be doing. You selling Kool-Aid. I get it. You're a Kool-Aid seller the same way I'm a Kool-Aid seller. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But you just selling to my people. I sell to Arsenal fans. That's all it is. We sell the same product. It's just the different markets. You sell to this block, I sell to this block. But we do the same thing. We both Kool-Aid. We going door to door, stream to stream, I should say. Kool-Aid selling.
I'm hearing the talk. I'm hearing the talk, and I'm like, yo, let me.
You are.
Let me see
and
what
you hear it. You know what it is. You know, like when you're on the phone and you're selling stuff, and they say look for what's the word? I worked in so many call centers, I can't remember, but they look like
openings.
Like,
you mean openings?
No, openings and buying interest when they say certain phrases.
Yeah.
That's what you look for the same way I look for it. You look for buy interest from people. Oh, that sounds like Kool-Aid talk. Hey, I got Kool-Aid for you lot. That's what that is. You hear United fans getting gassed and your eyes light up. The Kool-Aid sign is in your eyes. You're like, yeah, I can sell this.
Flawless. Everyone keeps telling me that this league is better when United are good. That's what they keep telling me. They keep telling me that if it weren't for the Uniteds, if it weren't for the Liverpools, this league is not exciting. It's not looked at. So
I'd see stuff like that. That's how I know. But you can't sell it to me because I sell it too. You got it in the briefcase. You're in the suit briefcase with the Kool-Aid. I'm also in the suit with briefcase selling the Kool-Aid stream to stream. So you can't sell it to me. I'm not drinking this. Flawless Invader going for that Kool-Aid selling monthly sales bonus, 100%. And now for the first time in a long time, you could be like, United fans are gassed. Got you. I do it to Arsenal fans year in, year out. I've started selling it early to Arsenal fans already. It's great. It's great. I'm saying, but some people ain't going for it.
Nah, Lou, I hear you. You know what? If it was the sales team, the sales team sailor of the month, you would have seen Flawless's face every month, killing it.
See, you'd be there. You know what I'm saying? You would pitch in with months. You know what I'm saying? It might be January, February, and you're there March. And I say, don't get misunderstood. I see what it is. Hey, Warrior J says, thank goodness Flawless does not sell the Chelsea Kool-Aid because you lot, I'm just waiting for you lot to do something. I only say the thing is, we don't know. You know what? Chris Rock had a great joke about this, and he was talking about Jehovah's Witnesses and like how they force religion on people. And then he was talking about drug dealers, and he was like, drug dealers don't sell drugs, they offer drugs. You've never heard a crack dealer say, how am I going to get rid of this crack? That's what me and Vega are. Like, we don't sell Kool-Aid, we offer Kool-Aid. I'm saying crazy. Kool-Aid sells itself, which that's it does. Crazy. So what it is, Warrior J, is your fan base is too busy infighting, and Chelsea have nothing great going on. Let Chelsea get to a good level. I got the Chelsea Kool-Aid right there. Got Arsenal Kool-Aid, Liverpool Kool-Aid. It's just a question of when. But currently it's Arsenal. And it's been Arsenal for the past 2 seasons. You heard Troop say I'm back again. I didn't drink it, but I took a shot of the Kool-Aid. You know what I'm saying? He said he took a shot. So it is.
No, yeah. I agree.
Jehovah's Witness. Is there a dialect Kool-Aid, lads? Yeah, for the people that don't really want to try it heavy and they just want a little bit, all types of Kool-Aid, different flavors, pineapple, apple, orange, pomegranate, whatever Kool-Aid you want, I got. Whatever that is the case may be, without doubt. But yo, large of everyone that is tapped in. There's still over 100 people in there, only at 61 likes. Let's get up to 90 likes, people. Make sure hit the like button, subscribe to Veta's channel. Links in the title. Veta Games TV opens up a new tab. Continue to get your questions in as well. But enough of Manchester United. Enough of Manchester United. Manchester City. First and foremost, Pep came out, said De Bruyne is not leaving. Talk to us. Thoughts on that?
Now, Flawless, you know me, man. I'm a patient man. I don't overreact with some of the news, and I mean, there's some out there, and again, those of you that subscribe, and again, when you subscribe and you drop that comment saying I'm here from Flawless's channel or I'm here from so and so, much appreciated always. This summer, full transparency, I got 2 minions. I got 2 kids, summer camp, downtime. I'm not doing the content in terms of on my channel as much as I should be completely honest with you.
Nah, you got live days that you should be. You got live stuff going on. Like you said,
no, facts. But I'm just saying,
organize you.
I get hit up. I get the direct messages being like, "Yo, Vader, I need to hear you on this. I need to hear you on that." And I'm like, you know what? I will be back soon. But the thing is, I'm not reacting, and I know it's a different time. Social media, Instagram, Twitter X, YouTube, everything. Oh, Fabrizio or this person just suggested or rumored that this transfer is going to happen. I don't move like that. You know what I mean? I don't. I don't check the wind every second and be like, oh, where are things moving? I'm like, okay, this is what's said. Let me see where it's coming from. There's time, right? There's certain triggers that you're like, oh, this is for real. Now, as a patient man, I was like, ooh, what might this season be like without a KDB? I went there. I went and thought about it. And I was like, selfishly, I was like, oh, I can't have KDB go, man. I've been saying that he's arguably the best midfielder to have ever played in the Prem. Arguably, longevity, his Scholes got an edge on him. But other than that,
that's crazy considering you watch David Silva. But carry on.
Hey,
that's crazy.
David Silva, fantastic, the magician. I would never take anything away from him. I also had Yaya Toure, who was my favorite player at the time when he was playing at Manchester City. But I'm looking at the longevity of work. I'm looking at the impact. And again, Silva, much appreciated, loved. But KDB was part of that squad that delivered the treble. KDB was part of that squad that gave me a 4-peat. So I'm recognizing all of those things, all of those pressures. And I'm also recognizing that this man in the history of the Prem, tied with Thierry Henry, arguably one of the greatest players to have ever played in the Prem, and it's tied with that assist record. So I appreciate the man for what he is. So when I look at that, I'm like, I don't want him to leave just yet. Selfishly, I don't want him to go. My name's my full name, first name Vader, last name Games. I play EAFC. I need KDB on that Manchester City squad. I need that. But I looked at the future without him, and you know what? Rivals took all the shots this European Cup, this Euros. Rivals were all going for Foden's head top. Yeah. They were all ready to say,
because we tired of you lot winning, so that's gonna happen anytime we get a chance.
Oh yeah. Any chance, because they can't talk about Foden during the season because the man keeps winning trophies, keeps delivering. They can't talk about the man because he's winning Player of the Year, but they can talk about him when he plays internationally, when he's playing for a bum like Southgate. But when I was like, KDB might be going, Foden step in. I saw Foden have to step in when KDB was hurt for 5-6 months of the season. You know what? We might be all right. We might be all right. And if there's any manager out there, manager, not coach. If there's any manager out there that I'm going to trust, it's Pep to get a system to work. So I thought about that future without KDB, but flawless. The man in question said, I'm not going anywhere. As a player, you should be having conversations with other clubs in terms of, you know what, my time after City, here's what I would want. Here's my expectations. Here's what would have me leave. So him having personal terms or rumored personal terms with said Saudi club, I'm not mad at that. But at the end of the day, the deal's got to get struck. And KDB is like, nah, I'm not ready to go. Pep himself, manager, not coach. Pep, the manager, said, nah, KDB, he ain't going nowhere. So this upcoming season, when we're talking about expectations, we're talking about how confident are you? Just like you in past years when you were able to look at your midfield and be like, oh, I got Scholes there, you know, and everything's calm because I know what he brings.
Yeah.
Foden and KDB having another year, potentially maybe 2, to continue to show Foden what it takes. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. So this potential, do I dare say it because there may be exits, but this potential, for those of you on Spotify, I'm holding up the
5-peat.
Holding up 5.
That's a potential 5-peat, you know.
Potential 5-peat. Last year I held up the 4. But this year I'm holding up the 5. And I need, if it is the last year for Pep, if it is the last year for KDB, I need that 5. I need that 5. And again, I would say this again, and it's early, season hasn't kicked off yet, but everyone other than Arsenal fans should want City to win that 5. Listen, we just won a 4-peat. We ain't talking to you. We ain't reminding you about the 4-peat every day. We ain't being obnoxious and saying, look at what we did. We ain't being the ones like no one ever, not even the great Liverpools or Arsenals, Uniteds, none of these greats have ever won a 4-peat. I'm not doing that. I'm humbly enjoying my summer. Like I said, I'm not really doing the content I should be, reminding everybody on how great Manchester City is. I'm chilling, making sure the kids enjoy the summer. They recharge for the upcoming school year. It's all calm. City fans are just like me. When we win, we're cool with it. We kind of fall back. We enjoy. City right now are doing a United States tour. They just down in North Carolina. We just move along our business. Us winning, I think it's good for the league because it's bringing more eyeballs, and we're not obnoxious. Other than Arsenal fans, everybody should be wanting City to win this five-peat if your club is not able to do it. Flawless just said,
I hear you.
Like Flawless just said, United are far off it. He doesn't know where his goals are coming from. He just wants a positive goal differential. He knows that United aren't able to do it. So he should be thinking, as much as he hates Manchester City, right? As men, them, we're cool. But the club, he hates the club. He should be rooting for every club other than Arsenal. And Manchester City are the only ones to do it. Liverpool, I don't think they're going to be able to do it. They got slot. We'll see what happens. They haven't even spent a dime yet, so we'll see how they plan on strengthening.
He said he's assessing their squad first.
Assessing the squad.
Which makes sense.
Assessing the squad. Listen, I shout out to Warrior in the mix. Warrior knows a manager that's on his P's and Q's, crossing his T's, dotting his I's, who's about that business. That man will be on a flight already thinking of what I need to do, how I can do tactics, what players make sense. Because when he had Tuchel, while flying over to England, had already done a whole scheme and had that team ready to go. And damn his club, damn that manager at the time, cost me a Champions League.
Shout out Chelsea for that.
This guy. But a manager doesn't need time to assess who can do what.
That's slot shots, man. You know what I'm saying? Love that. Take your shots.
All PR talk. That is all FSG calming the fan base down. Anfield and all those fans being given a pacifier. They got the soother in their mouth talking about the manager needs to assess. He knows what he needs. You don't think that there's an exit interview when Klopp leaves telling the club what needs to happen or what he expects to happen? You don't think there's an incoming interview on what the club tells the incoming manager? This is all PR. If y'all gonna buy it, that's cool with me. But the only club I think that's gonna stop Arsenal are Manchester City. And just for a second, Warrior, everyone in the chat, for a second, think about the season. Think about the off season of an Arsenal league win.
Screwed either. To be honest, I'm screwed. I don't.
You're not screwed either way, Flawless. You know this. The lesser of two evils is Manchester City. Come on.
They lesser of two evils. I'll say, Gary Neville made the great point of it, and it's like picking a man to take your wife off you. That's exactly how I look at you two. Couldn't care less. Whoever wins the league, I lose either way. Now, is my immediate life?
You're losing your wife for a night, or you're losing her forever?
Completely just losing her, like just taking her away. Like you're just taking my wife.
Yeah, but listen, one man is going to be showing all the extras, is going to be blatant in the streets with her, showing her off, and another man is just going to be.
I'm losing. Yeah, that's why I said immediately. From an immediate content creator point, of course, Arsenal winning the league is worse. But you lot winning the league, I still don't like. Like you said, we're man, them, we're boys, we're dons, 100%. I don't like to see your smiling face here talking about 5 peats every week. It makes me sick, to be honest. I'm tired, and I can't even say that back.
I'm gonna say it once or twice.
I can't even display. And then you got the cheek to be like, "Well, we might not." You said this to me last season when we was doing the show. We might not win the league. I said, "Who's stopping you?"
Yeah, but
like, we might not.
When I said it, I was right.
No, you wasn't, because I said you would win the league at that point because Arsenal are not good enough. Same way Arsenal are not good enough.
I won it by 2 points, though. It was close.
You won it.
Yeah, but it was mad close. So when I was like, I don't know.
Because we knew you weren't going to get, and even though you won it by 2 points, it was over. There was a point where even though it was close points perspective, we knew it was.
Nah, you're forgetting the final day of the season, man. You know how everyone was glued to the screen and watching and waiting. I mean,
we was glued to the screen. I knew what was going to happen. I knew what was going to happen the weeks before that. Do you know what's crazy? Even when they played us, I said, even though I thought we'd beat them because we played them game week 35 or 36, I said to troops and other Arsenal fans, craziest part is even if you lot beat us, you're still not going to win the league. That was game week 35. Like I told them all season long. Arsenal fans, I've said it all. I say it again. I said it on the Q&A. You will not win the league title this season. unless you make major changes to your squad or get a new manager. And I don't see either of those happening. Now, if you go sign a bad boy central midfielder and a bad boy striker, could you? Yes. However, that's not going to be the case, and you still got super duper Mick in charge. So good luck with that.
I hear it.
Good luck with that. You lot going 5p. I already accepted you lot were going 5p from before you 4p'd. Before you 4p'd, I'd already accepted you go 5p. What do you mean now? I said I keep saying this. Like I said with the Manchester United thing, who's scoring our goals? Who's stopping you lot?
Listen, Arsenal look to be strengthening. I haven't paid close attention to see what other rumors are happening out there, but that Calamari,
Calafiori,
my bad. That signing is supposed to be, impactful. It's supposed to give them some more depth.
Well,
and again,
I agree with that.
So when they have that, and again, I remember Timber with regards to how promising he was. So they're gonna be all right. Now, if they lose Partey, if they lose someone in that midfield, I think that's when they kind of come back, and maybe that difference is still there. But Arsenal are going to be a problem. We, Manchester City, have two duties this upcoming year, and that's why KDB remaining here. Thank goodness. We need to stop Arsenal, and we need to stop Real Madrid.
Oh, yeah, that's what we're going to get to, because you were mentioning KDB, and I'm glad you made that point. We'll be there when KDB faces off against Madrid. Hopefully, he don't go off tired again. Hopefully, he don't.
What the? Don't.
Hopefully. Is that not what him and Haaland said? Is that not what they both said? We were tired. Am I lying?
Are we
Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just saying.
Haaland was out for 2 months of the season, recovering from injury. KDB was out for 5, arguably 6 months of the season. Came back and fought through. Now, what I said then, and I'm going to say it now, those of you new to the chat, those of you on Spotify, you make sure to tune into the YouTube, because I'm serious when I say this. I want a player to, yes, have ego, because you need ego to propel yourself to be one of the best, one of the greats. But I also want you to have self-awareness. I also want you to know that, okay, you're not able to kind of keep pace right now. You don't want to cost the team. And you also know that you're surrounded with other very capable players. So don't be a hindrance. Don't be the reason why you can't track back or you can't get your foot onto a pass that's given to you to cost us the game. Those two players said, you know what? I don't have it.
Yeah,
I see the pace.
They said that the tank was empty. They were tired and it went off. That's all I said. They said they was tired.
No, you said it with a messed up look. I saw it. That's why I wanted those on Spotify to tune in. Go look at Flawless when he said that. Go look at him, because he's throwing shade. He's throwing shade when he says that.
How is he throwing his shade when we said the same thing? De Bruyne and Haaland went off the pitch because they were tired. Is correct? So hopefully, from a City perspective, next time you play Real Madrid, because you're going to bump Real Madrid, hopefully it's not in the... Actually, I don't need you lot in the final, so hopefully it's quarterfinals again. And whenever you bump Real Madrid, because you lot are the two best teams in the competition, they don't get tired from a City perspective.
No, we need to see them in the final. This needs to stop.
We don't need to see
no. UEFA needs to stop this nonsense of us.
They don't need you in the final. For the first time in years, I got to genuinely enjoy a Champions League final. Oh, it's beautiful.
You didn't get the best product. No, you didn't get the best product, Flawless. Come on.
I didn't get the best product.
No, Champions League needs to have heavy hitters in that final. You know that.
Yeah, no. You lot quarterfinals, I'm cool with round of 16 ideally, but quarterfinals it is.
You're disgusting.
Let's get to it, man. Innit? We get to see the two best teams over 2 legs. We get to see it twice. You lot are clear and cut above the 2 best teams in Europe. Why would you not want to see it twice?
Okay.
Best for product.
Let's have that. You know what? If we see Real Madrid minimum semifinals, I don't want to see them in the quarterfinal. That's a waste.
That's a waste. It is, and hopefully second legs at the Bernabeu when we move. That's just my own selfish agenda. But you say they dumped you out at the Etihad anyway, so they got this. Don Carlo,
Ancelotti,
King Killian, it's over. Oh, that space at the Etihad with that high line. Whew. Barbecue chicken alert, man.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to this Mbappe addition to Real Madrid.
As am I.
Because I don't know how everyone has been brainwashed and tricked, bamboozled to be happy for Real Madrid. They are what's wrong with football.
Oh,
And
always league.
and Manchester City
Here we go.
are the only ones to step up and take on the mission to stop them. 15 is enough. No more. No more. 15 is enough.
Winning 4 leagues in a row is enough.
Why?
We're
doing it for the better good. No, we're doing it for the better good.
Enough?
No, we're winning. We have to win this because Arsenal would have won it.
Okay, and I hear that. And Madrid have to win, so City don't win a league, another Champions League.
No.
There we go. You don't need you not having any more heritage in Europe.
You're seeing it the wrong way. You're seeing it. You got 3, man. I can afford to get another one. You got 3.
We don't. You don't need you getting one closer to us because then it's next year is all. We just get a third. Like no,
I wouldn't do one. No. See, when you see us, this is the thing. When you see Manchester City with the second one, that ownership, the fan base, we demand to be back. Your fan base might actually decide to be like, you know what? All fans worldwide, we ain't spending another dime on any type of merch. Get this squad right.
You expecting Manchester United fans to be logical and take emotion out of it? You crazy? We got packed 5-0 at home to Liverpool, and our fans still sang the manager's name. Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly. You expected United fan base to take emotion out of it and look at things logically. Yeah, you crazy.
But you recognize I need with KDB and you talking about him getting subbed off. If he happens to need to get subbed off in a late game, so be it. I don't think that it will be the case. I've actually had the conversation often with other City fans. I said, you know what? Mm-hmm. I think a big part of KDB why he feels there's an incomplete mission, why there's still things that he needs to do, it is with regards to Champions League. I think he wants to have that I've been impactful in every game, especially from a knockout stage standpoint, to have no questions asked of him, right? So this upcoming season, having him, amazing. You kind of talked about your dislike for Onana. There's been strong rumors of Ederson potentially going Saudi as well.
Thoughts on that. You lot can get rid of him and come get Onana then. There we go. Problem solved.
No, like I said, he's already tainted with the United thing. But Ederson, I'm thankful for him right now. Word is he's not going anywhere. I can't have him go anywhere.
So don't want him to leave then? You would
I don't want him to leave.
You'd see it as a blow to Manchester City if he did indeed leave.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, the competition, if this is City and the competition's here, we lose Ederson, we're falling.
Okay.
We're falling. Ederson is a difference maker, man. Ederson it's uncanny. It's uncanny what he's able to do, and he gets underrated because he's so exceptional with his feet. He gets underrated for what he does as a ball stopper, as a shot stopper. He gets underrated for it. So I'm glad that he remains because what we're able to do when teams want to press us, I've seen them press us with Ortega. I've seen them being like, we ain't doing that with Ederson. And there's mad highlights of Ederson being nonchalant, making Liverpool fans look silly. A classic one is when Jota thinks he's got a chance at it and Ederson does his thing. I need Ederson to remain there. And then with regards to players that are on this tour, Jack Grealish looks to be in great shape. Calvin Phillips is back with the squad. He traveled. Whether he remains, who knows. But the latest that I actually hate from a rumor standpoint, and I said this, I'm not going to make content every day just to talk about the rumors, right?
Yeah, of course.
But Oscar Bob, Warrior, and his proper Chelsea won Oscar Bob.
Yeah, man, they want Oscar Bob.
I need that young talent to remain. I know it's going to be a difficult fight for him this season when you got Savio, when you got Doku, when you got Grealish, for him to get some time, and even Bernardo Silva, for him to get time on that wing. But like Foden, biding his time, getting that experience, like Rico Lewis, I want Oscar Bob to remain. I would love for him to remain and to actually have that spot, get more experience with the first team, even though he may not get the minutes that he wants.
Yes.
Now, the club might do something different, though. If Warrior wants to splash cash, which we know Chelsea love to do, Chelsea, you're welcome for Sterling. You're welcome for Cole Palmer. But if they want to splash more cash on another City player, and Oscar Bob's head's turn, and he's like, yeah, I'm going to get that playing time, then I can't stop him. But I don't know if he's really head and shoulders above what's already there, because he's going to compete with Cole Palmer. He's going to compete with.
Where does he play? Is he a right side? Is he a right winger or a left winger? I've seen him play various.
Yeah, we've seen him various. He's mostly been on that right side, drifting centrally, but his most impactful goal was actually against Newcastle, when KDB just getting subbed off, dink over the top, quick feet, left, right. He was on that left-hand side. I don't know. But this is what's scary, and this is why I think there's so many clubs looking to poach from City. Many rivals want to talk about, system player, this player doesn't really have impact, but when they've left the club, let's be real. When Zinchenko, Jesus left first year for Arsenal, they were cooking, showed levels. Jesus got injured. When Cole Palmer left to Chelsea, and impact, showed levels, and showed quality that many doubted whether he had it at Chelsea. I mean, whether he had it at City. They were like, whoa, where's this player been, right? I think Oscar Bob is very similar to that, because he was cooking when he was.
So you rate him then as a talent?
I rate him. I rate him tremendously. I think there's some strength that he needs to develop. There's a pace of the game that he needs to be more familiar with. But I think it's one of those, he leaves City, is going to be like, damn, we let another one go. So I don't know, man. If we're going to try and do, those of you on Spotify, I'm holding up the 5 fingers. If we're going to try and do 5, we need to keep as much talent as possible. We need to keep it. So I'm hoping the rumors kind of calm down a little bit. We've got, another month and a week? We got end of August. Is it? I believe it's August 30th is like the last day.
Transfer. Yeah. When the news shuts out. Yeah. When the window closes.
We got some time. But if I'm looking at what Arsenal are doing, if I'm looking at what Liverpool are doing, if I'm looking at what Spurs are doing, Aston Villa, I think everyone's kind of like leveling up, but at the same, like everyone's leveling up, but to be at the same, right? So Arsenal leveled up, but then you got City leveling up, so it's kind of like at the same level. Spurs doing what they're doing, Aston Villa doing what they're doing. I think everyone kind of still remains in their same spot. Now, what you said earlier, and this is what's going to be so amazing with the upcoming season, injuries. Which clubs better have the best management of injuries moving forward? Because that's the difference maker. That's where you might see, oh, shoot, we didn't even expect them, and now they're challenging for third, or they're in the mix and causing damage to some of these other clubs with consistency. We need to win this 5th. I'm going to chill a little bit.
Look at you all. You've been the valiant saviors.
We need it.
Of the Premier League to stop us from
Arsenal.
Come on, to do with you lot.
We need to keep these streaks.
I don't want to see Arsenal. I don't. I'm just tired as you. I'd rather it be Villa or someone. Villa, Spurs, Everton.
Let's keep it in Manchester, man.
No. How about no?
How about yes?
How about you give us a couple then? Yeah, if that's the case, let's keep it in Manchester. Huh?
Hey, what if, hear me out.
Go on.
We win the 5 and y'all stop us from winning the 6th.
Wait, what? Say that again. You win 5 and then we win the 1 after. I'll take that still. Yeah.
Hey, all right. We keep it in Manchester.
Pep leaves and then we win that one and then the one after.
No, see, now you get greedy. No, I didn't see.
So if you can't wait, if you can 4-peat, why can't we double?
No. Now you're getting greedy though. You're getting greedy already because you're already claiming the double. Let's
so
win.
you can 5-peat, but we can't do 2. This guy is such a crook, you know. You 5-peat with a Champions League and a treble in that. Multiple FA Cups.
No, that's too great of a comeback though.
Nah,
you
man,
guys
we need
should
that,
just
man.
win it and the double.
Pep leaves and we need that, man. That's it, man.
It's all good. It's all good.
That's it.
I want to say this one last thing.
Yeah, of course.
If this league happened to have Liverpool like fall off, like let's say they fall off and they're 6th, the league moves on, right? Everything's calm. Everything's cool. There's no serious problems with the attractiveness or interest with the Prem. Like, I'm hearing too much that Liverpool they're an institution. They need to be successful. I'm hearing too much of they can't afford to fail. Like, it's early. I just want to ask the question because I don't know how good Slot's going to be. And in all fairness, when Klopp came, he was an instant success. But I do want to, and I will be dismissing many myths this season. I will be the myth crusher this season. This fallacy of Liverpool need to be great. Liverpool great is good for the league.
No, it's great for Liverpool.
Yeah, but it has nothing to do with the league because Liverpool fans, let me remind you, you didn't win anything until Klopp gave you one. The league moved on. The league was fine. The league prospered. So stop.
Carry on, fam. I'm still here. Carry on. I'm still listening.
Stop, Liverpool fans. This myth, it's garbage. This league will move on. This league is actually better when you have the Manchester Cities and the Aston Villas getting back to prominence, getting back to success. And honestly,
Villa, Everton, yeah, you lot know.
I thought this man was just gonna listen. He's just chiming in. Now, what?
Carry on, joke, man. This guy keep trying to sneak City in there, joke, man.
Ah, damn.
Yeah.
What I want, and it's gonna be hard to hear, but Liverpool fans, y'all gotta understand. This league progresses and moves on without you. There's no you need to be successful for anything to continue to be on and be prosperous and high revenues and viewership and fan base growing. Y'all didn't win anything in the Prem for 30 years.
Talk about it.
Y'all didn't win a damn thing. And when that happens, trust me, when that happens and the league continues to succeed, what do you stop giving me this BS? Y'all can be bummy again. Y'all might be bummy again. I'm not expecting it. We have to wait and see. But I don't want it. But I don't want to hear that you guys, Liverpool, need to be successful. What I think might be interesting, I do think, and I'm gonna wait until the transfer window is open. Those of you in the chat, I'm gonna wait. But I'm saying it right now. Best believe this Prem goes crazy. Those of you that do your content, it's going to be a madness if Spurs win a trophy. Any trophy.
Oh, absolutely. I'm there for Spurs winning a trophy. I'm there for that.
It is going to be a madness. So when we talk about other clubs getting in the mix, being of impact, being successful, bringing more fans to the sport, if Spurs win a trophy, oh my goodness. And we'll also see a shift in terms of, like Flawless like to mention, everything's nice and calm. There's no real hate here. Ooh, Spurs win a trophy. That villain switch, that villain twist, it's going to be nice to see. It'll be
beautiful to see. It's going to be absolutely beautiful to see. It's going to do wonders, man. Absolute wonders. That's why I'm like, Spurs just playing well and winning team, like their manager winning manager of the month and being top of the league in August. The nice people. Don't let Spurs win anything. That's all I'm going to
Trust
say.
me.
And don't let Spurs go pick up that Europa League, That's all I'm going to say.
Ooh.
Don't let them do that.
Ooh, that'd be over your heads, though.
Hey, you know what? Just to piss off Arsenal fans, I'm with it.
Flawless is diabolical. Flawless is diabolical.
Why am I diabolical? You telling me that wouldn't be wonderful? Just cause?
No, it would be amazing to watch. Actually, it would be crazy with regards to the narratives. The narratives, the European heritage talk.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh my goodness.
Do I want Manchester United to win it? Of course. I want Manchester United to win it. However, if Spurs do it, don't let Spurs do it. That's all I'm going. Don't let if Spurs. It's curtains. It's curtains. Because I'll run with that. They already got more. Why am I mad at me? Like, yo, because they got more European heritage than you, lot. I was saying in that. It's not my fault. Ain't my fault. And just to get to something as well, because I started this as well. Flawless, are you envious of Arsenal's playing style? That's why you don't want us challenging. I don't want Arsenal challenging because I'm a Manchester United fan. It's nothing to do with. Let me go on further. You lot could be in League 2, and I wouldn't want you to get to League 1. That's how much I dislike. You lot could be in the League 2 playoff versus Doncaster Rovers. And I would find a link and I'd be on TV. I would watch that and actively root for Doncaster Rovers to beat you lot so you lot could stay in League 2. We beat Manchester City in the FA Cup on the Saturday. You know what was the next day? The Championship playoff with them jokers called Leeds United. You know what I did? Watched the Championship playoff.
Yeah, you're a hater.
With Leeds United, actively rooting for Leeds United to lose. And they lost.
You're a hater.
Scrubs, hold that. They was in the Championship for 16 years. For 16 years of my life, I actively checked Championship results on the weekend solely to make sure Leeds did not get promoted. So I am a hater of all my rivals. I don't want Arsenal to do well. I don't want City to do well. I don't want Liverpool to do well. I don't want Leeds to do well. They're the four main ops. So whether you're in the Premier League, whether you're Championship, League 1, League 2, Conference North, Conference South, whatever's below that, I am actively rooting for you lot to lose, despite who your manager is, despite who your players are. Now, I don't want you lot to go out of business. I don't want that. I don't want you out of business. But I want you, like, even City with these 115 charges, I hope they go down to League 2.
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying? No, Biz. I hope I need you lot. If you lot get found guilty, yeah, League 2. 100%.
No. If we get found guilty, I think for the sake of the football pyramid, hit Manchester City with a heavy fine, and let that football pyramid and the distribution
what's a heavy fine for you? Like, what's not pocket change? 500,000.
No, like I don't know, 50 mil. 50 mil.
50 million. That's you lot spend that on a fullback. Slight change.
All right. I mean, we got to think about the punt. Depending on what the charges are, for every charge should be $1 million. That seems right.
All right, big up to Daryl every single time. My guy Daryl, real one, and I appreciate the super chat because you are Everton fan, so you know you're the real pride of Merseyside. If it ain't blue, it ain't true over on Merseyside. If City wins their 5th, can we start calling the Premier League a Farmers League? Daryl, I'm not gonna lie to you. I already call it a Farmers League.
No, we don't. We're not calling the Prem a Farmers League if City win. Wait, City's won a 4th. We're not calling it Farmers League.
Ain't you have you won 5 out of the last 7? Am I correct in saying that?
I mean, we've won.
Technically, 6 out of the last 8.
We've won 5 out of the last 6. Technically,
5 out of the last 6.
Yeah, because
Lord mercy. So just to clarify, Daryl, before Vail,
No, stop this. No, we're not clarifying anything, Daryl. No. Flawless is not doing this. Hold on.
No, I'm going to clarify in regards to I personally don't like the term Farmers League. I don't use it in other leagues. I think it's very dismissive. I think it's really
you don't use lazy. You didn't use it in the Serie A league when Juventus were doing what they were doing.
No, because the reason why I just looked at it, because I wasn't really following that then, is that Juventus are just the best team in that league. People want to say Farmers League. It's like,
what about Bundesliga?
Same with the Bundesliga. Find me a Bayern Munich fan who's tired of them winning the Bundesliga. People will only complain about a team winning the league year in, year out when it's not their team. Find me a Bayern Munich fan that was complaining about them winning 10 in a row. Find me a Juventus fan who was complaining. You're a City fan. You're about to 5p. You ain't complaining about that. Zero.
No, but at the same time, I didn't complain when you guys were winning the way you were winning.
No, I'm complaining about when you lot.
See, that's where we're different. Because when you were doing what you were doing, I wasn't calling it no Farmers League. I was like, damn, that's the standard. That's the fight. That's the fight that it needs to take. And I saw clubs have to fight against you to do it. Now that I've had the opportunity and I'm blessed for it.
I give it up then, innit? How about you give it up? You know what I'm saying? The league titles. You lot just stop winning then.
Well, this is iron sharpens iron. The same
way.
Who's
been better?
Flawless. Flawless.
Go
You
on,
sound like an
listen.
owl. Flawless.
Who?
This,
Yeah, no, dude. Who? Are you a
no,
fucking
but
owl? Yeah, I'm saying, who?
this is what I want to say though. How many
Iron
Oh, I
sharp as
understand.
iron. Who? What team?
what I
Liverpool.
what
Who? Where?
what I'm trying to say is
This guy. Yo.
when you were winning,
Charles
how many
Lewis every
times
time.
how many times did you have to win by 1 or 2 points? This is what I'm trying to get at. It's been a fight. It hasn't been a farmers league. These have been gritty, iron sharpened iron. One happens to win at the end of the day, but it's not a farmers. Whereas, unfortunately, I think in Bundesliga there's been several seasons where that point gap's been pretty disgusting, and they were able to win 10 in a row.
So your definition is the size of the points gap. So if it's 15, 20 points every season, you're looking at it as being a farmers league.
Yeah, if it's consistently like, listen, by the final week of the season, or 4 games before the end of the season, like, this is a wrap. There's nothing to worry about. I think that's where you can kind of, and again, I'll be honest with you, I haven't gone down to look at season, the point gap difference, but winning 10 in a row, 11 in a row, that's happened in Serie A, and obviously things have changed with Juventus or whatever, but Bundesliga as well. I'm like, yo, that's kind of nasty. The point gap haven't been that tight. Those battles haven't been that tight with regards to City right now. And I've been able to witness, Daryl, you saw it. You saw when United were doing their thing. Shoot, I think they won 9 out of 11 or 9 out of 12.
We were a dominant team. That's why.
And at the time, I never called it a farmers league. I was like, yo, that is the standard. Now, fast forward now. When you look at 2 seasons, I was only able to win by 1 point. Last season, I was only able to win by 2 points. The Farmers League taught, Daryl, you need to chill on that. You need to chill and relax on that.
This is the Farmers League, man, and there's nothing wrong with it. Bear in mind, I am not a fan of the Farmers League term. I don't use it. I just look at the one team is much better than the others. That's on the other team to catch up to whoever the team is in first. So whether it's City, whether it's Bayern Munich, whether it's Juventus, whether it's in whatever league. That's how I hate the term. Daryl says I hate that term, Farmers League.
I'm with you, Daryl. I'm with you.
Prem fans call other leagues that, but hype up players from those leagues makes no sense. Tell you how bad the league is, but then hype up certain players. Make sense.
It's weird. Now, on another night, now tonight's not the night, Daryl, but I'm gonna point out the distinction between what City have done through their winning and what United did.
How your winnings for the good, but Bayern Munich's winning for the bad. Got it.
Possibly. I'll talk about the difference in leagues, because again, you guys have been at those games, laser tags or whatever, or fairs, and you see that claw. Toy Story, you kind of see that claw that kind of goes down.
Yeah.
Bundesliga, Bayern, that's pretty much how they moved. They're like, oh, Dortmund, y'all challenged us this season. You got, I like those 2 players you got. Plucked them right out of the club, strengthened their squad. Certain leagues move differently. That is actually something that in the Prem doesn't happen. Everybody's got money. So it's United can hold their talent. Arsenal can hold their talent. Liverpool can hold their talent. There's no City going and being like, Liverpool, give me Van Dijk. We're not going to Arsenal and being like, Arsenal, give me Odegaard.
No, we've taken Van Persie, but I understand your overall point.
Yeah, but we move different. United, y'all took. Yeah,
it was smart. Were we not supposed to take?
No, I'm not. I'm not.
Same way you lot took Tevez. Even though we didn't offer him a deal, but yeah, you lot still took Tevez.
Tevez, welcome to Manchester. I love that, man. But it's different. But Daryl, we'll talk about that. 100%.
So that's it. Anything else you want to we not mentioned in regards to Manchester City? Any more news? There's KDB. You mentioned that.
KDB, Ederson, Pep. The Pep's the biggest one. It looks like the owners are putting the pressure on Pep. Like, Pep, we need that
really?
attention. Yeah. There was a quality sit down. Sit down before the season.
Pep, it's time. You doing your thing.
No. Apparently, he hasn't won it all. There's a 5-peat potentially. All right.
For the greater good. That's what the 5.
Yeah. He needs to, at the very least, he needs to be able to stop Real Madrid. So his job's not done. But apparently, what I've heard is he had to sit down with wifey and his kids. They've given the blessing in terms of this is something you want to continue. I don't know if it's a 1+1 or whatever, but he's got the blessing to remain a little longer in the Prem. So hopefully that's good news. If he gives me 10 years, I'm gonna take that.
What's years he on now?
Flawless.
Well, I'm asking a question. Yo, you said if he gives me 10 years, I'm asking you what year he's on now.
Flawless. He's on year 8.
All right, cool. Year 9, man. There you go. Good.
No,
solid
see,
9 years
this is why I
left
didn't
on,
want to
man.
give you the answer, because whatever I said, you're gonna say one. You're gonna say one more.
9 years, man. 5-peat.
Nah,
A
10.
Champions League, FA Cups, a treble. You put City on the map. Did your thing, man. Go be a family, man.
I don't like. We gotta end the show because I don't like the energy right now. I don't
What
like
do you
that.
need? Go to this guy. Yo.
I don't
You
like
just
that
want to be
energy.
greedy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Me being greedy. How long did you have Sir Alex Ferguson for?
Yeah, because I own my greediness. You know what I'm saying? When it's me, it's fine. When it's somebody else, it's not good. Right? We've established this already.
Oh
Gluttony.
man.
Yes, gluttony, man. That's what it is. Gluttony over here. When it's me, yes, run me all the
Yeah,
pens,
Flawless
all
is
the
greedy,
champs
man.
over to the red side of Manchester. No one else can have nothing. You know, that's how it should be.
Flawless in
My-
VIP, holding on to all the girls. They're not leaving the spot. He's got bottle service. He's not sharing any of it. He's being greedy. Now let me have my little section
When
right
it comes
now.
to football, yes, I am. I'm super greedy. I don't want my rivals to have anything. Now in life, wish you all nothing but the best. Sporting wise, absolutely not. If you don't align with me, I don't need.
You know what? I don't know if it's come
Yeah.
out yet, and we'll talk next show. But has there been any leaks of your upcoming kits?
Yeah, our kits are out.
Yeah?
Our kits are out.
You gonna cop one or no?
Absolutely not. I wait. Shout out to Lewis. If Lewis manages to hook me up with one, then yeah, I'll buy our kits. Crazy. I'll buy nothing in Manchester United. All the kits I've got of recent times is because of shout out Lewis hooking me up.
Yeah, but you have a team viewer, don't you?
I have a team what?
You have a team viewer, don't you have?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
The last.
All right. Listen, Flawless, you don't gotta flex. You don't have to flex on your hookups. You don't have to flex on your hookups.
I'm just letting it be known. People like, oh, you're supporting the Glazers. Like, no, it's literally Lewis is the reason why I have football kits. It's because of Lewis. That's why. It's him.
All right, I get that. I get that. Flawless with the disclaimer, letting people know that he's not supporting the Glazers. But I just want. But which of the kits? Shout out to Lewis. Which of the kits or variations would you get hooked up with? Not that you would give money to the Glazers.
Actually, like, who had it? Shout out to King because he called into because I didn't like the kit initially when I seen it because it reminded me of cricket. It looked like a cricket kit, like 110% because of the design. And then he joined and had it on, and I was like, "Is that the new kit?" And he was like, "Yeah." And it looked fly on. So the home kit, and then one of them's like a dark blue. So I like that kit. So there was it a dark? I think it was a dark blue. So two. I've not seen the third. I've only seen the home and the away kit, but it looks decent still.
Okay.
And they kind of growing on me. You know what I'm saying? Kind of growing on me. So
I mean, I've already said City are getting my money because.
Oh, I bet they are. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, there's supposed to be 4 kits. There's supposed to be 4 kits this season. So, yeah, there's a 4th kit that they kind of teased. So I don't know what's happening there.
Is it like special editions? Or?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be something limited, something inspired. But I'm gonna be spending some money. Now, those of you, I gotta say, if you have not subscribed to Flawless's channel, if you have not liked so far, all the rays that came through, if you weren't coming through hitting that like button, again, not for me, because many of you aren't gonna like what I have to say, but
they do
like that button.
They like you because that's why they show back up and they memorize you and they see your bullshit. So that's respect to you. That's what it is. When I try to bullshit them, they do the same thing. They call me out same way. You know what I'm saying? Man said it in the chat. He trying to gas us up. He knows. He's heard you. He knows.
Hey, we cleared that up. I wasn't trying to gas anything. I had my ear to the streets. I happened to hear how United fans were moving, and I just wanted to bring it, get your perspective. But if you have not hit that like button, please do so. And those of you that have been popping over, hitting that subscribe button on my channel, please take the time, hit me with a comment, let me know where you're coming from, and always been appreciated.
Link is in the title, people. Link is in the title, Veta Games TV. It's underneath in the description of every live stream, not just the show with Veta. It's also on the feature channel page all the time. But like I said, links in the title. Click a link, opens up a whole new tab, so you can do that right now. Go subscribe to Veta Games TV. What you on the road to, fam? Road to what?
Yo, humbly, I'm still trying to get to I'm still trying to get to that 1K mark. So it's just...
we gonna get you there, man. You're 100%. Hey, we gonna get you there. I don't know how far away you are, but yeah, you lot go subscribe to Vader.
Every little bit counts, and much appreciated.
This season, 110%, you hitting that, because me and Vader, this show is here every Tuesday, 11:30 p.m. UK time, people. Every single Tuesday, week in, week out, 11:30 p.m. UK time as well. Warrior J said there, Manchester City's 24-25 fourth kit combines a pale yellow base with navy turquoise logos and teal applications, while the front of the shirt has a radial gradient deriving from the crest. No Gallagher's cup kit. Cup kit font is also used for elements of the kit as well. All right, so yes,
Warrior J does not miss. He does not.
Yeah,
miss.
Warrior J the GOAT, man. GOAT mud. Trust me, Warrior J. He hear more often than me. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Warrior J. He knows what's going on, 110%. Shout out to Warrior J each and every time, man. That's my guy right there. That's my guy. But yeah, Vaya, let them know what you got coming up, where they can find you. I know you already said where they can find you, but what you got coming up and all that good stuff.
Yeah, so I'm working on a little thing where I need to put the people that I mess with, rival or not, I need to get some accountable information from them. So I'm working on a show where it's not going to be asking too much time, but what I tend to do, if any of you have tuned in, you've seen my previous videos, I tend to put questions up on the side that I make sure I go through. I'm gonna have one specific question that I'm gonna ask every rival, and I'm working on it because I want to craft it for the start of the season, so that there's no slipping, there's no hiding, there's no, oh, I didn't say that. Or there's no, nah, that's not what I meant. So I'm crafting something right now. All of the people that you link up with, Flawless, all the people that you kind of see me do content with regards to the Staffy and the American Waffles, all of those, I'm gonna put those cats into the firing range and get some specific answers. So I'm working on that. So please subscribe to the channel so you don't miss when I launch that. But Flawless, man, blessed as always. It's gonna be a continued fun summer, and I always enjoy doing this show, man.
Yeah, 100%, man. I said we're going to keep this show on the road. I already knew that it would be good. I already knew I'd enjoy it. I knew the chat would like it as well, and it's been that way. And this is before we did it at the back end of last season, and this season we just in the summer window, once the football starts. Obviously, we play each other in the Community Shield. We got the Premier League starting. You lot are in the champs. We're in Europa. So there's going to be plenty of conversation because it's Tuesday. It's going to be...
And I need to shout out Queen Yan. I know she's been posting lately, all booed up. So I want to shout her out. Hope she had a fantastic summer.
Yeah. She got no time for us now. She booed up.
Yeah, she's big time. I know she's
it's flying here, there, and everywhere. Shout out to
you know the ones once they in that serious relationship, they forget about you for a little bit. So do your thing, and you're not forgotten. But bless up, and next week, man. Thanks for having me on.
Hey, love every time, Veda. Yeah, my done. Next week, I'll chop it up with you. Yeah, every single time. Shout out to Veda every single time. Big up. Shout out to Veda. Large up everyone that's tapped in. We will be redirecting over to the gaming channel. We'll be live on Playback Pro Clubs, people. We'll be live. Big up to Sanj as well. I get to this. Says, haven't caught up in a minute. You were hella skeptical of INEOS when I checked in a month ago. Curious to know what you are saying now. Still skeptical, but love what I'm seeing so far. Outside of keeping the manager, the way they've moved, exceptional. No complaints with the way they've done deals, the prices of deals, the efficiency, moving expeditiously. Like I said, outside of keeping the manager, love what I'm seeing. Where there still needs to be more, but super surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised, I should say. Been pleasantly surprised at the way they're moving. But we still need more. But shout out to INEOS because they've surprised me. They have. And Eli says, hot news summer. You already know, man. Eli, if you're about, we're running clubs very, very shortly as well. Hope you lot enjoyed the show. Shout out to every single time to Veda, man. I love this. Favorite like I said, man, favorite crossover. To think about it, the other people I do crossovers with. Because you got the Man United, Man City, which is this show. I got Man United gonna talk from Arsenal. Man United ballers at the bridge talking that Tottenham talk. And Man United analysis at Anfield. Look at the people that so you got Man United gonna talk from the Arsenal. Frauds like TJ and Tony. Man United ballers at the bridge talking that Tottenham talk with Surfer and Jess, two people I just genuinely can't stand. Man United analysis at Anfield with fucking Ryan. You know what I'm saying? Estro. So no wonder this is my favorite. This is my favorite spin-off. This is my favorite crossover. Well, big up everyone that's locked in. Veta referenced it a few times. We are available on audio-only platforms, people. Audio-only platforms. So Spotify, iTunes, SoundCloud, etc., etc. So if you want to listen anywhere you listen to podcasts or listen to music, if there's a podcast section, Sarcasm City TV will be there, people. Sarcasm City TV will be there. If you're on Spotify anyway, I know a lot of you lot use Spotify. Follow us. 5-star us, please. It really, really helps. It really helps. Try to get me advertisement over there. So Spotify, follow us, 5-star us on there. iTunes, Apple Podcasts. If you're an iPhone user, make sure you 5-star us on there. Same with SoundCloud follow. Love to my bro Jez in the cut every single time as well. Abs, I will do a football bingo. Not sure when, but I will do it as well. So Flawless, why is City able to buy someone for Girona, but we can't buy to Debo? Because they didn't buy Savio from Girona. He was at Troyes and went on loan to Girona. So technically, they've not bought him from a club in their group. They bought him from Troyes. So they found a loophole, basically. That's why. Really need to get his hair done as well. Man out here with the picky afro. Stroll Ryan duo is hilarious. Oh, you already know, man. Shout out to them. Shout out to them every single time as well. See what else. Thoughts on United not wanting to pay 50 million up front for De Ligt? Good. Don't pay the 50 million up front for De Ligt, because De Ligt's not worth he's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Ask your question again. Have I missed something? Are we crashing on Jez? We always crashing on Jez. You already know. Sanj, big up, appreciated. Yeah, Warrior J, ask your question again. I'll get to it. I'll get to it as well. But we shouldn't. The thing is with De Ligt, they want to sell him. Therefore, offer 30 million. It's like the Chalobah situation. Anytime a club wants to sell a player, you can then dictate to them, all right, well, we're not offering what you want. So whether it's De Ligt, whether it's Chalobah, whether it's Agate, you made it clear you are moving the player on. Imagine, I don't know, imagine I've not got a watch, but imagine I've got a watch and you know I'm trying to sell this watch and I want to get rid of it. And I'm telling you £200 for this watch. But you know I want to get rid of it and I have to get rid of it today. Are you going to offer me £200 for the watch? No. You're offering me 50, 75, maybe 100, depending on how much you like the watch. That's what it's like. With De Ligt, they want to get rid of him. I wouldn't pay 50 million for him. Flawless, is Arsenal Manchester United show going to be early tomorrow due to the Arsenal, Chelsea and Arsenal preseason game? Oh, are they playing? One sec. I'll have to talk to TJ and Pat and that. How they play? I didn't know. Let me have a look. Just having a look now. What time do they play? I know Arsenal play United. Now, Arsenal are playing Bournemouth. Tomorrow, it's 3:30 a.m., so we good. Yeah, 3:30 a.m. is saying there. And Arsenal United is 1 a.m. And then Liverpool Arsenal on the Wednesday night at 12:30. So it's the 1st of August. So it's next week. Hey, Victor, if you're about, how long do you hit? Are you talking to me? I'll big up Cam in the cut as well, man. Let's see. So, what are you saying? I don't even know what that is about this track. Oh, you lot having conversations with yourself? Yeah, I still think we're going for De Ligt too, Eli. I still think we're going for De Ligt too. I'm all for it because we need another centre-back. We definitely 110% need another centre-back. It can't just be Yoro. It has to be Yoro and then somebody to back up Yoro. And then you got Martinez and Luke Shaw. Then behind that, you got Johnny Evans. I'm cool with that as a 5. No Maguire, no Lindelof. Absolutely over the moon about that. Whether they'll do that, whether they'll think about it that way, I don't know. But let me set up this stream. Oh, yeah, Victor, if you're about, we're running clubs as well. So, yes, we're going to redirect over to the gaming channel, but get over to the playback, people, because the gaming channel won't be on for the entire part of the stream. So if you want to see the entire part of the stream and get actual regular interaction with us, then get over to the playback, people. Because the YouTube I just run because I got the channel there, but it's more so I'm like, all right, I'm going to get to the, get over to the playback. Because that's where Premier League coming up, all the Premier League watch-alongs are going to be on there. Every single Premier League watch-along is on the playback. And I'm going to be doing more. We're doing more 12:30 kickoffs on Saturday, more 3 p.m. kickoffs on Saturday, more early kickoffs on Sunday as well. I don't really do too many of the early kickoffs or 3 p.m.s, but this season we doubling down. So you're going to get much more Premier League watch-alongs. La Liga I'm trying to do, but Real Madrid's first few games were on Sunday that I can't do. But the Barcelona game's on Saturday, which I can. So yeah, all right. Just setting this up so I can redirect it over people. That's all. I have no idea. You should invite Steve and Eddie for. Oh yeah, they already know. USA basketball watch along Sunday, the first one. Serbia versus the United States of America. Paris Olympics 2024. That'll be live on the playback as well. So get over there too, people. We'll be there for that. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, Cam was at OT. Yeah, you lot just talking between yourselves. So let me redirect this anyway. But love to everyone who's locked in. Big up again to all the new member, Godfrey. Big up to all the mods. Big up all the regulars, all the new people. Northside for the raid. Shout out to Vader each and every time as well. We're back tomorrow, 11:30 p.m. UK time, people. 11:30 p.m. UK time for the Manchester United Arsenal show. So I'll be back with TJ. I may have a special guest for that. I don't know. Tony's not about till August, people. He's not about till August. See that, man? Always multitasking, man. Always working while I'm working, people. Let's see what else. But oh yeah, we definitely need more players. 100%, we need more players, without doubt. But anyways, love to everyone that has locked in, and this has been the Manchester United, Manchester City show, Man United podcast meets the Man City podcast, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Thank you very much for tuning in.